Yo, people, welcome back to the YouTube channel. You already know what time it is. It's time for another watch along. Big up your damn selves in the building. Make sure you smash up the likes if you haven't already. This is where the Champions League starts for me. The first legs were a little bit tentative, a little bit dry, but now second legs we could potentially have extra time, penalties. Hopefully not, because I got some coverage to do after this watch along, so I didn't actually deep dive. But yeah, we could actually have extra time and penalties today. Bayern Munich versus Lazio lineups are on screen, and Real Sociedad versus PSG lineups are on screen. So everything's all sorted. Manager merry-go-round is really starting to heat up now. People are talking about Tuchel in the comments. If he does not get his act together in this game in particular, he could be done. I mean, he will be done. Let's be honest. He will be done. If he doesn't qualify for the next round, I think he could get sacked, because the league is looking very, very bleak. The league is looking very, very difficult for him to navigate. I think they're now 10 points off. 10 points off by Leverkusen, who obviously in the Europa League this season. So if he doesn't get through this round, what more do you have? I don't know if they're still in the German Cup, but what more do you really have to fight for at this point? You don't have anything. So he's under a lot of pressure. As everybody keeps reminding me, it's none of my business no more. We're just here to see it today. So I'm looking forward to this. But yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to get predictions going as well. I'm just going to switch up this here, kind of remove that. And yeah, we're going to be going with predictions because I want to see what's going on today with you guys' thoughts and feelings. I don't think I actually watched the first legs for these games, actually. I think I was away. I think that's what it was. So I'm just trying to, because I'm trying to remember what happened in the first leg in terms of the performances. And I don't think I watched. I only saw highlights. So we're going to get into it. But let's see. I want to quickly change that. There we go. Perfect. All right, cool. Lineups are all on screen, though. Harry Kane. All eyes on Harry Kane. They were dead games. Yeah, they were, weren't they? I remember Saeed telling me actually first legs weren't great. I remember him telling me first legs weren't great because I'm pretty sure he covered it. I didn't because I was in Italy, so I didn't cover these first legs of these games. I did cover some other games, but not these ones. It felt like the first legs were ages ago. I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Luis Enrique as well. All eyes on him. Let's just go to previous encounters. I just want to just get a catch up of aggregate scores. So PSG lead this tie 2-0 from the first leg in France. So should really be seeing them off in the second leg if they manage things well. Bayern Munich are down by a 0-0 to Lazio. They went down to 10 men, Upamecano. I remember seeing this actually on highlights. I keep talking about Upamecano. This guy's, his brain farts are mad. You can't trust this Donny under pressure in circumstances in knockout competition. France, I've spoken about this before, could have easily been sent off against England in the last tournament. This red card here, damning in the end, because I think it led to a penalty, which Immobile struck and put Lazio 1-0 up. So they're trailing. They got a lot of pressure on them tonight at home. So that's probably the game that we should probably fixate on. Tomorrow we're covering Man City versus Copenhagen. That was 3-1 from the first leg. That's not going to be very interesting, but we're going to look at it anyway. Real Madrid are 1-0 up after the win in Germany against Leipzig, but we'll still be there anyway, regardless, just to see what goes on. So that's the predicament. No Gnabry, no Koeman yet. A couple players missing there. People rated him higher than Konate. Listen, when people are having their Konate versus Saliba arguments, I just say I enjoy both. Do you know what I'm saying? I enjoy both. For me, both of them should be starting for France alongside each other. That's how I see it. I know Upamecano gets in for the passing range and whatnot, but this guy has far too many brain farts for me to be in there. Konate, I don't really see him having these brain farts anywhere near as often, if at all. Saliba, again, nowhere near as often. He'll have a couple, but it won't be as often. So for me, I mean, listen, maybe in the Bundesliga, he's absolutely smashing it week in, week out. But for me, every time I see Upamecano, I see mistakes every time. I don't know if that's down to the tactics or what it is, but it seems to be a regular recurrence. Neuer's obviously in goal tonight as well. De Ligt's there with Eric Dyer. Obviously, Upamecano is suspended. So Eric Dyer, on loan from Tottenham. Apparently, reportedly, it's going to be made permanent, but I don't know if Tuchel's job on the brink if that changes. Musiala's there with Kane as well. Like you guys said, no Koeman, no Gnabry. Sané's in that team as always. So yeah, will I stream City Liverpool? I will. It's a double header on Sunday. It will be Aston Villa versus Tottenham at 12 o'clock. We're going to start, and then we have City Liverpool straight after. So it's going to be a double watch along there. Saturday, we're going to do the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. I think that starts from 4 o'clock. Race starts at 5. So yeah, same again with that coverage. Talk about qualifying, practice, all that good stuff. Maybe a bit of the first race as well. So we'll be covering that. And my job, my job and my task this season is to cover every single F1 race as I can. I'm going to try and cover every single one. Let's see if we do it. We did it on Twitch, I think. Maybe we missed one. I remember waking up really late for the Japanese Grand Prix and literally starting at like 6:05 because that was a really early stream. But yeah, my plan is this season, my goal is on this channel is to cover every single Formula One race this season, because why not? And yeah, graphics will be looking good. I've done a little bit of looking as to how we're going to lay that all up, and hopefully it does well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that on Saturday. A long time before I start thinking about that, Levi. I won't be thinking about Newcastle at all until press conference happens. Previews have to be done, and one preview has to be done, and I probably won't put that out until Monday morning, to be honest. So I'm gonna have a nice stress-free weekend, not thinking too much about Newcastle. I'm barely over the fact that we drew to Brentford, so yeah, I'm not really thinking about Newcastle. I've got a nice break. I intend to enjoy it. You hate Hamilton more than you love Chelsea. That's wild. So let's see. Let's see what else is going on here. And obviously we've got FA Cup not too far away as well. Genuinely think this will be Liverpool's year for Champions League. Well, not because they'll be in Europa League. I guess you mean for Premier League, you mean. So yeah. Same, literally me. Will you stream Arsenal? Arsenal against Brentford. So at the same time, I might have it on as a side watch, but I don't have it as, you know, marketing wise, title wise, graphics wise. I don't have it like that. I probably will have it up on a second screen because it's on at the same time, but I'm going to mainly focus on the Formula One. I think Arsenal are going to beat Brentford anyway. I literally stayed clear of the Sheffield United game because I knew you guys were going to rip into them. I said it to many people I saw on the street. I said it to people in the studio on the Monday as well. I wasn't trying to jinx. I said, you lot are going to absolutely destroy Sheffield United. Every time I've seen Sheffield United this season, which thankfully is rare, but I do see them, they're awful. They're absolutely awful. I don't know if they're borderline Derby County. I got to take a look because the amount of goals they concede, the amount of batterings that they take is truly incredible. I got to take a look because every time someone does poorly in the Premier League, you got to compare them to the Derby County team of 07-08, I think it is, in the Premier League. Is it 07-08 or is it 06-07? Let me take a look. It's one of those two campaigns. That Derby County team was abysmal. I remember it so well. Pride Park, Robbie Savage, 1 win out of 38 against Newcastle at home. Battered at home to Villa. Battered so many times in so many places. This is the team I always reference when I talk about shocking Premier League teams. It was 07-08. No, sorry, 06-07. 06 year that Manchester United won the league. Chelsea came second, couple of points behind. I believe on the last day we lost it. Maybe we drew against Wigan, was it? Or Bolton. I think it was one of those two teams. And you guys, I think it was Bolton. You guys won at Wigan, maybe it was actually. Yeah, Derby County, 11 points out of whatever the possible point tally is, over 100. 11 points, 1 win out of 38, a minus 69 goal difference. Minus 69. They conceded 89 goals in 38 games, scoring 20. They were 15 points away from escape. Now, Sheffield United this season, I don't know if they can match this or they can equal this. Let me take a look. Or they can, I know this is Champions League, but I don't know why we just randomly started talking about this, but now I'm intrigued. Let me just look at this before we go back to Champions League. Sheffield United are on 13 points. See, look, they've already got more points than Derby. This is what I'm talking about. They've already got more points than Derby. This is how bad. I need you to understand just how bad that Derby County team was. Even this Sheffield United can't even be compared to how bad that Derby County team is. They've won 3 games out of 27. They got 13 points, minus 50 goal difference. Now, the goal difference, if they keep getting slapped up, they might actually get close to Derby's goal difference because they're only 19 goals away. And there's 11 games to go. So they could do it. But on points, they're already 2 points better off, and so are Burnley as well. That's how I need you to 11 points all season. That's 3 wins and 2 draws. Do you understand how bad that is? All season long. Hey, listen, people, if you don't know that team, you better get to know that team. Go research that team. They were shocking. It was a laughing stock. It was honestly worst team I've ever seen in the Premier League. And clearly by the stats it shows, it's crazy. All right, cool. Let's see. What's being said in the comments? Maybe you're the problem when it comes to Upper Maguire. It's not me, brother. It's not me. I'll tell you that. Something wrong with that brother. He just does bozo things. I don't know why. I don't know when he'll stop. But this is what he does. This is what he does. Right. Burnley are being let off because they play. They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. I think they should be criticized. I mean, look how many points they have. They should be criticized. He can't stop the bozo gene. Oh dear. Hot take: Bayern get knocked out tonight. I don't mind if they do. I'm just trying to see drama. I'm not probably going to get it in the PSG game. I mean, we'll be here regardless. Let's see. But I'm just trying to see drama. I am watching both games at once. That's when I do those double headers and they're at the same time. We're watching them at the same time for sure. Yeah. Otherwise, I'd just pick a game. I wouldn't lie to you. But yeah, we are watching both of them at the same time. One on one screen, one on the other, either side. And we'll keep you up to date with whatever is going on in the both games, whichever one's more entertaining. Let's see. I don't do Chelsea watch-alongs unless I'm in a studio, which I have been before, not for many years now, because I've been doing them on this channel by myself for a few years. But unless it's in a studio setting, I'm not really trying to do a watch-along with anyone on Chelsea. I've got my my own pain to take. I don't need to hear screaming in the background. Let's see. Yes, Ollie's going to be on the overlap tomorrow. Really hope his NDA is over because I want to, because I can't let it be interesting. Yeah, I mean, I've seen that. I've seen that advertisement for that. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing that. Actually, it's quite an interesting episode potentially, especially because Man United are not really any better off than they were since he left. So I remember it was a sad way he left, man. He was teary in the eyes and whatnot. Muller starts tonight, actually. Yeah, just to update on that. But yeah, it was teary in the eye. So yeah, man, he's a nice man, nice guy, but didn't work out. But I do want to hear about it if he can speak openly and transparently. That would be great. So yeah, Bayern Munich team. So Musiala is going to probably be on the left tonight, guys. Scored an absolute wonder goal, I believe, on Friday in the last Bundesliga game. Went past by 3-4 people, I think it was, on the left, and then just cut in and just put it in the corner. The midfield looks interesting again. Pavlic next to Goretzka. And yeah, back four. Guerrero left back, Kimmich right back. We'll see how this all works, but it doesn't feel like the strongest midfield. Guendouzi's in the Lazio side as well. A former Arsenal player, obviously. Luis Alberto, I believe, former Liverpool Spanish midfielder, attacking midfielder in that side. Felipe Anderson, former West Ham attacking midfielder as well, and former Lazio. I think he's just gone back to his old club there. Luca Pellegrini, I believe, was at Roma, plays at left back, so a little bit of rivalry on that. And Roman Gulli, obviously former AC Milan captain, I believe, as well, at centre back for Lazio tonight. And Immobile back in Serie A after that failed Dortmund spell. So few recognizable names on these team sheets for Lazio. Let's see how it goes today for them. Like I said, Real Sociedad's there. I'm going to be watching Kubu, keeping an eye on him in that attack today. I don't know if he's playing as a striker. I don't know if anybody watches Real Sociedad on a regular. Where's Kubu playing? Is he playing right wing? Is he playing up front? It seems to be a 4-4-2 that they're playing. So obviously Zubimendi's in that midfield. Highly courted. Yes, Zubimendi watch. We'll be there. We'll be looking. And obviously for PSG, Donnarumma's in goal. Barcola starts left wing. Dembele, Mbappe. I haven't got benches on screen because really just didn't have the time. But notable mentions on that bench. You've got Ramos, Mouani, Ugarte, Marquinhos, Lee. The midfielders in there as well. Sola's on the bench. Pereira, Keylor Navas, and then a few other players as well. But those are the key guys on the bench. So yeah, interesting. Aston Villa versus Ajax. No, I'm not. So I'm gonna leave Europa League until probably latter rounds. Champions League back-to-back. Big Six, I'm pretty sure, is tomorrow as well. But actually on Thursday, I'm not even around anywhere. I'm actually on. I guess I can announce this to you, but you just asked me the question. I should have just tell you now, isn't it, what I'm doing on Thursday, actually, because you just asked. It was a great question. It's a good game. I didn't check the Europa League fixtures for this round because I'm actually going on the overlap on Thursday up in Manchester. So I'm not going to be around all day, not even going to be on the Big Six because I probably won't get back in time. So I've already found a replacement that you guys will all love. So yeah, not going to be around on Thursday. So there will maybe be content up on the channel pre-recorded, but it won't be anything live. I won't be around. So yeah, I actually couldn't even do that if I tried. I literally forgot to tell you guys that. So yeah, should be interesting. See how that goes. Never been on there before. Europa. Let's just take a look at the fixtures because I will cover this. I will definitely cover this. I won't go to Conference League until maybe the final, to be honest. But yeah, Europa League, it's getting there. There's a couple teams that need knocking out. Quackbag, you know what I'm saying? Quacklebag, they need knocking out. Roma Brighton's a good game. That's a good game. That's a good game. Yeah, the fan overlap thing. Yeah, for sure. Big up. Much appreciated. Yo, Brighton Roma's a game. Damn. It will be Eunice. It will be Eunice. Yeah, Eunice will be on. I just had to quickly ask him there, and thankfully he's accepted. Yeah, so keep an eye on it. I'll make sure to plug it. I'll put it on. If you don't know, I've actually got a website now. I've got a new website that my mum helped me build. So that's up there in the description. So I'll probably put it there. I'll put it maybe in the community tab as well, so you won't miss it. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. I haven't been on there before, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, Roma Brighton is a game. I know, I have to prepare for sure. Because Chelsea are doing so poorly now, so they're going to be coming for us for sure. They're going to be coming for us. So I have to be careful. I have to be careful, bruv. I'm so glad that it's a couple weeks after the whole billion bottle job comment, because I'm sure that would have been brought up. Maybe it still will be brought up, to be honest. Probably will. Yo, guys, do you know what? I'm kind of pissed, you know. There's some games here. So we got Sporting versus Atalanta. That could be a game. Roma versus Brighton. That's a game. That's a game. Freiburg drew with Bayern. I didn't get to watch it, but Freiburg just drew with Bayern. So they got West Ham. Benfica Rangers. Listen, Rangers a couple years ago, I think they went quite far. They had a great game against they got to the final of the Europa League, actually. They lost to Frankfurt. They beat Dortmund on the way there. Don't know how they're doing these days in SPL. Let's just take a look. They're actually top. They're actually top, 2 points clear of Celtic at the top of the SPL. Rangers got to the final a couple years ago. That could be good. Villarreal versus Marseille, not bad. There's good games here, guys. I'm not gonna be here, but you should be. You should be there. I'm not gonna lie. You should be there, guys. There's some games there. I'd be keeping an eye on that. We'll definitely try and do the round after. Or maybe we'll just do the return legs. This is obviously first leg, isn't it? So we'll probably try and do the return legs. I don't know if I can do it, but we'll see. The return legs for these. Keep your eyes out. I'll be trying to do the second legs where the drama is, the jeopardy is. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Yeah, we'll be there for the second legs, man. That sounds good. I'll probably try to cover 2 games at once, like I do now. Hopefully they'll be on at the same time. I know sometimes they do early kickoffs, 5:45, and then 8 o'clock kickoffs. So yeah, I'm not gonna do like back to back or anything. Hopefully I don't have to do that. But 5 hour on Europa League sounds a bit mad. But yeah, if we can get 2 good games on the same time, that would be good. Thank you, brother. Thank you. No, it's not run by Thabz. No, the the nerd that he is, bro. No, it's actually not. It's pretty simple to run. Actually, you know, I could just make changes as I need to. It's not really that complex. Now, next season, the reason why I made it is because obviously in the future we might have merch, we might have, you know, we might level up in that. So it's nice to have it. But I think next season I want to take the Fantasy Premier League thing seriously, and what I want to do is have the code there, have the league table in a tab as well. Then we can all keep track of what's going on with everybody's results and all that kind of stuff. So it's kind of more even for next season when we start doing more of those things in relation to the channel. I can just tell you, yeah, go to the website. There's the code. It's there. It's easy to get to. So it's just easier to do it like that. So yeah, that's good. Just my own official website that I put out there on couple. I haven't started it. I'm not on it this season, but I will be there next season. This season's been very stressful. I'm hoping Chelsea are not as bad next season, and then I'll be able to actually like focus on other things in life instead of just going from you know, drama to drama. But I'm sure I won't be able to do that because, you know, Chelsea will probably Chelsea. So yeah, but is he really playing right back? That's how it's down. When I was typing it out there just before kickoff, that's how it's written on the team sheet for Bayern Munich on the thing that they've uploaded there, the socials. So yeah, let's see. Let's see how that looks. But I haven't seen Kimmich play right back for a while. Every time I've seen him in the last couple of years, has been midfield. So next to Goretzka or whoever. So yeah, I don't know if he's cooked at right back, if he can still play there to the high level. We're gonna find out. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting. Of course, we have to. We have to, bruv. We have to keep elevating the ting. Speaking of elevating the ting, gonna have hopefully a podcast episode filmed for you guys tomorrow. Or at least a long form video, I guess you could say, not a short video anyway, with a guest in the studio. So that'll be good. Filmed probably tomorrow, uploaded probably Thursday, to be honest, because it'll take a while to edit. But yeah, it's about time I spoke to another Chelsea fan in person about our struggles. Instead of on my own. And All You Can Eat Chelsea could be tomorrow morning as well. It could have been today. But we all thought we lost Eunice's number because his phone was bugging. So I don't know. It was actually hilarious. We actually didn't know where Eunice was. But yeah, it could have been today. It will hopefully be tomorrow. All You Can Eat Chelsea. So that's probably where that's going to be. Let's see. Brace yourself for 24-25 season. Better than this one for CFC. Don't go anywhere. No better. Okay, Ash. No better. We'll see what the future holds. I'm not so what's it called? What's that word? I'm not so bullish anymore. You know, I'm very concerned. I'm not bullish. I'm gonna just wait. for the season to end, see what decisions are made in the summer, you know, see what business is done, try and come in with a fresh mindset. But it is traumatizing. It is traumatizing. 2 seasons in a row. 1 season you can kind of just throw away, and you can hope to throw away and just move on. 2 seasons in a row kind of sticks. You know, it's difficult to come into the season after just completely free. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, very concerned, brother. Big up from Kenya. Love that. You should put it on screen. Put what on screen? You know, I'm not talking about the FPL code this season. I'm just talking about next season when it comes. Arsenal is cooking. Porto should be scared of us. I'm going to be there for that game next week. So, you know, yeah, you better handle your business, because if you don't, we will be there. We will be there. Truly, yeah, it's a humbler crumbler, bruv. It is bearish. I don't want to say I'm bearish. I don't want to say I'm bullish. I'm just going to say that I'm kind of just like this. I'm just drifting in the wind. Not in the wind. I'm just floating. Yeah, floating. Wind kind of associates with me just going really bullish or really bearish. I'm neither. I'm just kind of just chilling in the middle right now. I'm very concerned, but I don't think it's game over. You know, bearish would be game over. Bullish would be it's game on. I'm just going to just say it's in the middle. I'm just really aware of this is a massive summer coming up with every decision at every level. If we get everything right and we do not too much, but do the right things, we could actually get ourselves back into respectable positions. If we do everything wrong and we keep going for 18-year-olds and yeah, we take a big risk manager wise, then it could be a long day. Could be a very long day. So there's an action plan in that needs to be instilled. There's a big action plan that needs to come. Because 3 seasons in a row would be like, I mean, it would be catastrophic. It would be catastrophic. They're already talking about Xabi Alonso on TNT. Tuchel fell off. Yeah, let's actually get these channels up. That's probably a good idea. But yeah, taking the lineups. I have to check the bench for who else have we kind of not actually looked at benches for anyone apart from Bayern, was it? PSG. So yeah, I'm going to take a look at that. Yeah, Bayern Lazio is on TNT 1. And I'm guessing Real Sociedad PSG is on 2. I'm guessing. I actually don't know. So I saw on Instagram, because I was just flicking through, right? I've not seen any reports or read into it yet, but I've seen some sort of racial remark was made or something along those lines. So I think there's an investigation going on. I think. So that's all I know. Yeah. Quite shocked to scroll past that actually and see that. I was not expecting that. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what the outcome is on that. I need to read up more on what's actually happened, but that's, yeah, I did not expect to be seeing that today. Is she well, I mean, maybe some of you will know more than me, to be honest, on this one. I've been away all day, but yeah, yeah, that's all I know on that situation. Let's see. Prediction. I need to know the teams. It's really, really tough. Really, really tough to make a prediction before press conference because I don't know who's available for Liverpool. Like if Salah's available, if he can start, like Grizz was kind of hinting that he'll play 30 against Sparta Prague, is it? On Thursday, and then he might start against Man City. If he gets through that unscathed, that heavily changes the script for Liverpool. If he's not, and he's not in the team and it's Harvey Elliott, that changes the script. So yeah, I don't know. I just have to wait for that press conference because we know Man City's team. They're going to rest against Copenhagen tomorrow. I'm sure of that. I think Oscar Bob will play. Alvarez will play. Akanji will play. Maybe even Sergio Gomez will play. They'll make changes, they'll make changes and they'll rest and rotate. Kovacic, maybe Matthias Nunes. Doku probably as well. So their squad's fit. Liverpool, complete opposite. I don't know who's going to be there. So we have to just see. Yeah, that was what I read as well. Yeah. That's what I read as well. We must have seen the same thing. Rico Lewis as well. I keep forgetting about Rico Lewis. I feel like I haven't watched him in a while. I did see that. Yeah, I saw Saeed unleash. He wasn't playing games this morning. Was it this morning that I saw that? Or this afternoon? Let me see. So, and rightly so. Rightly so. I said it on a stream, on a FIFA stream, last week. Content creators, it's there's all sorts of narratives. Do you know what I mean? It's either you're paid by the club and that's why you're so positive, or you're too negative because you're looking for clicks. And if you're balanced, you're fence sitting. Do you understand where I'm coming from? You can't win. If I've just laid out, very rarely people lay it out like that. They don't lay out all the possibilities and then you realize how fucked you are. Do you know what I'm saying? If I lay out all the possibilities and all the narratives that can be, said because of the way that you articulate your opinion, you see that there is no winning, right? You see that there is no winning. So for someone like Saeed right now, who is obviously Ten Hag out, obviously sick and tired of what's going on, and I think rightly so, he's getting a lot of heat. But listen, you can't question the man's loyalty to Manchester United. Do you know what I mean? Going to all them games and covering them every single day. So I'm glad he clapped back. To be honest, I think sometimes it has to be done. But yeah, that's all your options, as I just told you. That's all your options. If I tell you right now, as a Chelsea fan, that I really want to have patience with what's going on and I'm really behind this whole model, they'll tell you that I work for the club. Not that I support Chelsea, that I work for the club. If I tell you the opposite, they'll tell me it's for clicks because negativity sells. And if I'm in the middle, they'll tell you I'm on the fence and I don't know what. So it's just better to just do whatever the hell you want, say whatever you think, and move on with your day. That's the only advice I can give to content creators coming up. That's the only advice I can give to the viewers that are seeing these comments on content creators, bruv. You just understand you can't win, and then it is what it is. People want you to have their opinion. But then once you grasp you can't have everybody's opinion because nobody has the same opinion, then you're also screwed. So there's no point trying to do it. Do you think Leverkusen go invincible in the Bundesliga? Has it ever happened? In the Bundesliga, has it ever happened? I know it's happened in Scotland. It's happened in, obviously, England. I don't know if it's ever happened in Germany. Let me check. I think it's... hold a second. Has anyone... I think for me, this will depend on Bayer Leverkusen's mentality. Because once you've won the league... now, apparently, the answer is no. Apparently, the answer is no. And Bayern Munich had one loss 2 times in the 12-13 season, the 86-87 season. And that's the seasons with the fewest number of losses. So it seems that Xabi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen would become the first team to do it. I think. I've only just read a few reports on that. That might be incorrect. So let's see. I think so for me, yeah, with Bayer Leverkusen, it depends on. So when they win it, are they still in the Europa League? Because if they're still in the Europa League, they're more likely to rest in the Bundesliga to keep players fresh for the Europa League. Then they're more likely to lose, etc. If they're out of other competitions, I don't know if German Cup, if they're in it, etc. But if they're out of the other competitions, then they might actually go for it. They might go for the unbeaten run because that's all they've got left. So I think it highly depends on that. I think it depends on that for me. Yeah. Yeah, they'll be most vulnerable to losing when they've won. Exactly. Great way to put it. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes for them. It depends on if they care. And it depends on if Xabi Alonso might not care about that record. He might just say, listen, we're not interested. We've got bigger fish to fry. But they're 10 points clear. Mathematically, they're not there yet. I think they might be, 7 games maybe away from that. So long way to go. Mathematically, they're going to need to, they're going to need to build up a bigger gap if they're going to get that closed off earlier, which could happen if Bayern Munich keep messing around. So, but yeah, they're still got a lot of work to do to mathematically finish that off. Yeah, so I think we've kind of said everything in terms of the schedule. I just want to keep you guys up to date. I think that's everything. That's what we're covering. Tomorrow's Champions League games. Um, yeah, Saturday's Grand Prix and the double header on Sunday. Sunday's going to be insane. Aston Villa, people are sleeping on this. Aston Villa versus Tottenham is going to be a game. It actually might be a better game. Actually, I'm going to say it will be a better game. I think Liverpool versus City is going to be really tight, really nervy, a lot of tactical nuances, and it's going to be a fascinating game. Don't get me wrong. But I think that game is going to be really, really tight. And I think people are going to have a lot to lose, and they're gonna feel that. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was a draw, maybe a 1-1, and everyone said, we're not losing the title this day, but we're not winning it. We'll go home. Villa against Tottenham at Villa Park with Ange Hairline, and Emery's Hairline, it's gonna be a classic. And it's the race for Champions League. It's the race for Champions League because both those two teams now will feel like they're the only ones in it. I think Man United, personally, I think Man United are kind of out of it. So that was kind of the case after the defeat against Fulham. I think now they are 2 defeats in a row, right? After the year. So they're 11 points off Villa. I don't think they're going to bring that back. They'll definitely lose another game this season, more probably multiple. It's 11 defeats. I don't think they're going to get it. So it's between those two. And Tottenham got a game in hand. They're 5 points behind. They need to get a result. They can't afford to lose. If they lose, they might get a little gap there. So it's going to be a great game. 2 attacking teams, 2 teams in their own principles, high line for life. It's going to be great. You got Watkins in form. You've got, whoever Tottenham have got up there, Richarlison maybe. So Son, it's going to be good, man. I think that's going to be the game. So I'm going to watch that game first, get all my entertainment, and then we'll settle down for the second game, and probably review it. But we'll settle down for the second game, which is going to be a bit more, I think, a little bit more of a chess match. So yeah. I'm not around on Thursday. I'm going to be in Manchester, so I will not be doing any watch-alongs, unfortunately. But second leg, maybe your team will be there. Roma Brighton is on the list. Then there's space for one more, but I think Roma Brighton I've got to cover. Unless one of these teams gets blammed in the first leg and the second leg is pointless, then obviously we'll switch it. But yeah, second legs for those Thursday nights, we might take a look. Let's see. Spurs ain't beating Villa. Saying it now, they haven't been good. I think Thabz is going to the game as well, so that's going to be a big risk. Big risk. Because Villa at home are a problem. Do I watch boxing? I know Joshua versus what's my brother's name? The Nigerian guy who should have beat Tyson, but absolutely got robbed. And then you got Tyson coming out and saying, "Oh yes, I've given him a whole life, and he should be so grateful." Francis, that's it. Listen, for me, that's an interesting fight. I can't lie. That is an interesting fight. I do believe. Oh, is he Cameroon? Oh, I thought he was Nigerian. Oh, he's from Cameroon. Oh, I don't know why I thought he was Nigerian. Well, big up Cameroon. You got a serious fighter on your hands. Obviously, he was in the UFC before, wasn't he? And he's now come into MMA. Is he in MMA? Yeah. So he's in MMA. He's in MMA. Comes now into which is basically the same thing. Comes into boxing, and yeah, interested. Very, very interested to see how that goes. But I'm not gonna be covering it. I don't think I'm gonna be covering it because I will be. Where will I be? What time is that? It's probably really late. Where is that? Even in the UK, or are they gonna put that in Dubai? 11 p.m. in UK. Saturday under. Yeah. Interesting. I don't know. See, now that you mention it, I'm kind of tempted. I'm not going to guarantee anything right now, but yeah, I might try. That is a good fight, to be fair. But I don't know. It's 11 o'clock at night. We have to see, because we got a long day on Sunday, so we'll see. Nah, I'm not gonna share any juju. I'm not gonna share any. No, nothing. I'm not wasting it. I'm not wasting it against Brentford at home. Genuinely, I think you're gonna probably win that too. Even though it'll be a physical game, you know how they're gonna set up 3-5-2. It's gonna be tough potentially, or you might just blam them. I'm waiting for your big clashes. You got big title defining matches, and that is when I'm gonna sprinkle juju everywhere. I'm gonna do a review. Yeah, I'm gonna do the watch along. and I'm gonna go on. I might even do a preview. I will be there, so don't worry about that. Yeah, it's not an emergency yet, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So just wait on it. Just wait on it. Boxing's rigged. This is what's made me fall out of love with boxing. It's the rigged. It's two things. It's Tyson should have lost that fight. Anybody who watched that fight against Francis, Tyson should have lost that fight. I'm sorry. So he didn't lose because they called it whatever, a draw. And then the big fights don't get made often enough because people are pissing around with negotiations and all that kind of stuff. And even the Tyson Usyk fight that was meant to come soon, obviously Tyson gets injured, obviously not on purpose, but that's a frustration. So for me, it's just becoming a bit long. It's becoming a bit annoying. Tedious is what I'll call it. So yeah, a bit annoying, but big fights when they come, they're definitely good to see. But yeah, I don't know if people think he's ducking. Are you scared to play Arsenal because of set pieces? Listen, I'm scared because we're not good. You know, I'm scared because we're not good. I don't want to play Arsenal and get blamed. I remember the 1-0 defeat at home at Stamford Bridge against when we were managed by Potter. That was embarrassing. They absolutely dominated us. The away game, we lost. We got blamed. I don't like losing to Arsenal, and I especially don't like getting dominated by Arsenal either. So for me, worried more because of us, but yes, they are playing extremely well as well. So I don't think that match is too far away, is it? I think it's Newcastle, then it's Leicester. Actually, no, that game got rescheduled because of the FA Cup, so it might be a little bit further down the line. I don't know what the date is for that, but yeah, not looking forward to it. I can't lie, not looking forward to it. Arsenal are in form, and we're not. So yeah, it's going to be a potential long day, brother. Moyes out. I want West Ham to get so far into Europa League just to see the reaction. Just to see the reaction from West Ham fans if they change their mind. It's not kinda, it is rigged. I fully think it's rigged. Really, really rigged. I don't really think I can answer this question because, like, Arsenal are clearly hated. I think it's obvious, right? But not because I don't like their players. I think they've got great players. I like their team in terms of their players. I've always liked most of their players since they've redone this squad. Arteta is annoying, but I have to respect. This is his first job. He's doing way better than I ever thought he'd do. So I have to respect it. He's doing very, very well for himself now. Not at the start, but now. But obviously, you've got a big fan base. I see them on the streets a lot, and I don't want to see you guys coming up to me on the roads talking about Premier League winners and all that shit. So, no, we don't like you. But are you the most hated? Because obviously, Liverpool, when people are driving up into their stadium and they're dashing shit at the buses, they're hated. I hate them, obviously. How many final defeats in a row? Rafa Benitez versus Jose Mourinho, Champions League nights. Plenty of hatred there. Man United goes without saying. Moscow, So I don't think there is a most hated. I think it just depends on the day. It depends how I'm feeling personally. I don't know about you guys. Now, obviously, Tottenham's there as well because it's just, we hate Tottenham and whatnot. So, but that's for me. I don't know who's the most hated. I think it just depends on the day. It's tough. And obviously we're hated as well, Chelsea. So I don't know. I really don't know. It's tough. It's tough. I probably will. If you win it, I probably will just leave. Yeah, I think that's probably the best way to go about it. Just go. But now what I don't like about Arteta, right? So I've always got a reason not to like Arteta. Before it was because he just wasn't doing very well, so I could just cuss him. Now he's doing very well. He's built his own team. Cool. Now you're starting to get something out of Havertz. All right, you're triggering me slightly now, but it's fine. You haven't won anything yet, so I can still tolerate this nonsense. What's really annoying me now is that people will use him as the excuse for managers not doing to what they should do. Because they'll go back and say, oh, Arteta was 8 defeats out of the last 10 and he was 1 point ahead of Sheffield United in this run of form. So that means everybody else that does that is going to get this Arteta level rise. And I'm just like, it doesn't work like that. For every Arteta, there's about 10 managers that got sacked and needed to be sacked, or their team would have actually probably continued to drop off. So, like, you could, if you're going to say Arteta's done this, so now everybody needs to stay in a job, so they are all given time and they're all going to rise, it's literally impossible for that to happen. Because if everybody stayed in the job for 5 years, you can't have everybody at the top. So surely someone's not doing a good job. Just on pure maths, it doesn't make sense. So whenever Arteta's used, I'm like, give me another name. Give me another name of someone in their first ever job who was back-to-back 8th place finishes, going on 8 defeats in 10, going on whole fan base saying, or 80% of the fan base saying sack him, going on, etc., 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 and actually turned it around. For every one, there is about 10 examples of negative. Not going to happen. No, you've lost your way. So for me, that's what annoys me about him now, is he's become like the example. And it's like, is it really realistic? Is it really actually like something to hang your hat on? Because if it doesn't work out, you've just wasted your time. So I don't know. It's annoying. Big up Rants for the raid. Much appreciated. I see the brothers flocking in now. Big up your damn selves. Hope you're well. I think you're going to win that game. I said it even after you lost the first leg, and I literally laughed in your faces, which is obviously something I'm going to take a lot of joy in, that you didn't win. I still believe you're going to go through, because if you don't, I'd be shocked, right? I'm not going to say that I expect you to come out of the tournament against Porto at home, especially with the way you're playing. I'm expecting you to just go back to doing what you're doing in the league. The way you're playing the league, if you can just apply that to the Champions League, then you should go through. You will go through. If you shit your pants again and you try and play this conservative, consortium controlling, claustrophobic way, then obviously you won't, or you're gonna find problems. So it just depends on how you lot approach the game, how you play. You could have Porto wrapped around your finger in the first 45 if you go for it, but I don't know what you're gonna do. But I expect you to go through. Yeah, I do expect you to win the game. Right, we're not far from kickoff. We're about 7 minutes from kickoff, guys. So we are going to make sure that everything's ready, because that would be very professional, wouldn't it, if we did that? Make sure you smash up the likes. Maybe I should run a poll. I was meant to do that. We didn't do that. Who's going through? Who's going through? Simple question. Is it going to be Bayern? Is it going to be Lazio? The reason why I'm not asking about the other one is because I think it's a 2-0 deficit, and I think it's kind of probably semi-obvious, between PSG and Real Sociedad. So I'm just going to ask about Bayern Lazio, because that's the one which is a little bit closer. I am tomorrow's games. The watch-alongs are already lined up for the whole week. They're on the channel. You go to lives, you'll see them all listed there with their fancy thumbnails. Everything's ready. So yeah, whatever's on the channel right now is what I'm covering this week. No more, no less. And it's all on there already. And you're going to get probably redirected there anyway, so you can throw your reminders and whatnot for tomorrow. I think it's Manchester City at home to Copenhagen and Real Madrid against Leipzig. So we will be there. We will be there. Okay. We're nearly ready to start. Harry Kane, a lot of pressure on him tonight. He's got to deliver, Harry Kane. I mean, I think the Harry Kane thing's getting overblown. Now, I'm not watching every single Bayern Munich game to say, okay, this is the game where he fluffed it. This is the game where he didn't. But I'm going to just go to his statistics, his baseline statistics this season, right? Because last season, they won the title with Choupo-Moting up front. Now, this season, they have Harry Kane up front. In the Bundesliga, he has 27 goals in 24 games and 5 assists. He's got more goal contributions than he has games. Now, for me, and this is maybe me being too basic, but if somebody's got more goal contributions than games, you are now free. You are now free of any blame. That's just me. I'm just keeping it basic. I don't give a damn which goal contributions they are. If you've got more goal contributions than games, I'm going to say, yeah, you're probably good to go. It's highly unlikely that you are the problem. Unless you are throwing in stinkers and you are stat padding, which most of the time players that have those numbers don't just stat pad. Usually they're just quality players. You can't really stat pad your way to having more goal contributions than games. For me, when that's the case, you're probably doing your business. But people are saying he's stat padding. It can be contextual. It can be. Bruno, I don't think Bruno ever had stats that high, though, over games. He had good stats, but I don't think he had stats that high. But he's a striker. He's meant to score goals. Do you know what I mean? And he is. And then the thing is with Harry Kane is that he's a good footballer. So I find it hard to believe that he could be the problem, that he's the reason why. Do you know what I mean? As much as it's fun to banter and say, yeah, Harry Kane is not delivering, Harry Kane is the curse. How can Harry Kane, who's a very good footballer, who can pass, No, because his attitude absolutely stinks. It really does. He's doing his job. He's got more goals than games. He's taking his chances. It feels like to me it's not his problem. It feels like to me that he's handling business. Is he not getting goal contributions in big games? We're about to kick off now. All right, I'm going to get timers on screen. Bear with me. 3 minutes to kick off both games. We're ready. Guys are coming out now for Sociedad PSG. He is not him. Not in the big games. Let's take a look. I'm going to take a look. If he's really not performing in big games, then fair enough. But Harry Kane always delivered in big games, even like for Tottenham in the league. Maybe not in the cup finals, but in the league, scored against Arsenal, scored against us. Like he was playing well in the big games. So, but let me take a look. Bayer Leverkusen in a 2-2 draw, he scored at home. I remember that game. I think I watched it. Dortmund in a 4-0 win, he scored 3 goals. Let's just say Leverkusen and Dortmund. Let me not even stretch it any further than that. Didn't score in the other Leverkusen game, which they lost. I think we covered that. And they haven't played Dortmund again. Maybe if I take a look at the league table, we'll see what else is there. He's got 4 and 7, I think, in the Champions League. Hat-trick against Dortmund. Dortmund are 4th. Stuttgart are 3rd. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Stuttgart. Did he score against Stuttgart? What did he do against Stuttgart? Stuttgart, 2 goals at home, 3-0 win. Scored against Leipzig, 2-1 win, got both the goals. Scored in the 2-2 draw against Leipzig away from home, 1-1. I don't know, guys. I think you might have an agenda. I think you lot might have an agenda. I'm not going to lie. You lot might have an agenda against that man. You lot might have an agenda. Because I'm not really sure what you want this man to do. Unless you want him to pick up the ball and throw it into the net, I'm not really sure what more you want from that man. Because he looks to me like he's doing as much as he possibly can without being Messi or Ronaldo up in this bitch. All right, cool. Let me get the timers going because these are the wrong colors and the games are about to kick off. So we need to be ready. What do you want from that man? What do you lot want? Seriously. This is just bullying. That's what this is. This is bullying. This is bullying. I'm going to call it as I see it, lads. This is bullying. That man has done nothing wrong. He's doing what he can. Is he going to miss chances? Yes. I remember when Robert Lewandowski, right? He missed the most big chances in Europe. I think it might have been his last season at Bayern Munich before he went to Barcelona. He missed so many big chances. It was absolutely insane. Still finished top goal scorer, all that shabazz, but he missed so many big chances. I remember going through the stats and he was like 15 clear or 10 clear of the second in the league for big chances missed. He was missing big chances for fun. And they still won the league. So I know it's because it's his first season and he's under a bit of pressure, but I do believe it's somebody else's fault. Manager, midfield, whoever's not pulling their weight, but he certainly is. Game's kicked off. We're going to follow the time of the Bayern Lazio game because that's kicked off first. But I'm going to be flicking through the channels trying to make sure I can keep up. Because I might even be a little bit behind. Let's see. But yeah, we're out. We're ready. We're gone. We're ready for the game. PSG, have you kicked off? Bayern Munich. Big game. Bayern Munich. Pressure. A lot of pressure. All right, cool. We're going to leave it there then. Right, they're going to kick off, and they have now kicked off. Real Sociedad versus PSG. They've kicked off. I'm going to go over these Champions League graphics to the end of the season. This is what we're doing. Makes life easier. I'm going to stick with this. Right, let's see. I'm going to need to change that. You guys can't see the time. Bayern Munich at the moment in possession in their own half, and Real Sociedad have a throw-in against PSG. Does anybody think that either of these two teams, and I mean Bayern Munich and PSG, does anybody think either of these two teams can win the Champions League? Or, like, anybody think they can win it? Because obviously these are the two teams that are probably disappointing the most in terms of, like, they've got the squad, they've got the players, they've got the stars, whether it's Musiala, Mbappe, Kane, Dembele, etc., Kim Min-jae, Marquinhos. Like, these two teams are getting away with murder. Do you know what I mean? Like, they've got the players. They've got the players. If you stack them up against English sides, well, the English sides that are left, Man City, I think, have got the best squad, but I don't think these two teams should be so far away from Arsenal. I think Arsenal play the best football, but Arsenal's lack of experience and these two teams' experience plus quality on top should balance things out to make it at least where they're joint favourites with Arsenal. Because Arsenal have not been here for what, 7-8 years? I think that experience that these two teams have, they should be able to at least be talking about semi-finals, but no one seems to rate them. If people think Arsenal can get to the final, I think they should. I think Bayern Munich and PSG should have the expectation to get to the final as well. They're obviously not all going to make it, but their expectation should be to get to the final. They've got enough, they've spent enough, and they've got enough quality in the sides to be there. But obviously, they're not performing anywhere near the level. So PSG are top of their league, I think quite comfortably as well. Over 2 legs, no side is beating City. Do you know what it is about that though? So I agree with you. Like, City are joint favorites for me with Real Madrid. I've always said that. And then I've kind of got like Arsenal as like semi-finalists, and then maybe one of the dark horses, right? Maybe it'll be Inter Milan. Inter Milan got to the final. They're top of the league. Inzaghi's doing a great job. They're playing brilliantly, so they need to be given their flowers. But there's someone down. There's someone down. Maybe an early substitution already, actually, in the Sociedad PSG game. But yeah, in terms of these, City have only won the Champions League one time. So how many years for City have we thought, yeah, over 2 legs, you're not beating them. Over 2 legs, you're not beating them. Like, we've thought that so many years, and they've only won it once. So it just goes to show, and it just goes, and they've only been to 2 finals. It's not like City go to the final every single year and they just bottle it. Like, they are getting knocked out in quarters and semis, and so yeah, they're favourites over 2 legs, but it's Champions League. Like, you should be able to cause an upset. So I don't want to say nobody can beat them. I'd say I don't think anyone will, but someone's got to step up, man. They've only won this thing once. Got to do it. Inter Milan, someone's got to do a job. I'm not trying to see Man City go back to back in the Champions League. That's something that only Real Madrid have done, I think. And they've done it 3 times in a row, and obviously 5, I think, at the beginning of this whole thing. But yeah, I think only Real Madrid have I think is it only Real Madrid guys that have retained it, or is Nottingham Forest as well retained the European Cup? Let me know. I think Nottingham Forest might have retained it. Forest, isn't it? Yeah. So Real Madrid are the only team to retain the Champions League, but Nottingham Forest and Real Madrid have retained the European Cup. I don't know if there's anyone else. I feel like maybe there might be another team. Benfica, that sounds about right. Liverpool, maybe. European Cup now, because Champions League is only Real Madrid. Ajax, yeah, these are the type of clubs. These are the type of clubs that are coming to mind. I know Forest have done it. I know Real Madrid have done it because they won the first 5. I don't know about Liverpool, Benfica, Ajax. These are the clubs that, yeah, maybe them. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Forest's 2 came from back-to-back. Sane's just had a shot straight at the keeper. Big night for Mbappe. I think he's been getting substituted in some of PSG's games recently because Enrique come out publicly and said we need to learn how to play without Mbappe, which obviously means he's leaving and he's going to Real Madrid, even though he had that weird dinner meeting with the president of France and the owners of PSG, I think, as well, were there, Qataris. But got back that. What's going on? Not quite. Lazio. But I don't know. PSG. I don't know. I've watched them because we did the group of death, right? We covered it. Newcastle were there, AC Milan, and PSG. They got very lucky against Newcastle in the final game at the Parc des Princes. I remember it. It was a proper scam. I mean, obviously they dominated the game. They had loads of chances. They smashed them on XG, but I think it was the penalty that they got. I think it was a farce. I'm pretty sure I remember being outraged and felt bad for Newcastle that they were robbed. So yeah, I haven't been impressed. When I've seen Mbappe against Newcastle, he's gone missing. So Mbappe, big night. We want to see. Bayern Munich, shot blocked, out for a corner. It's a great game. Bayern Munich versus Lazio. It's a bit end-to-end at the moment. It's really, really good. You're going to watch the City treble winners doc? Yeah. Yeah, I'll watch it. Anything that's got Pep Guardiola on it, you know, you got to be intrigued. You know, there's going to be, if it's going to be behind the scenes, isn't it? Behind the scenes, and yeah, I got to see that. Yeah, I got to see that. I need to, do you know what I need to do? I need to go on a run of docs. I got docs that I need to watch. Football docs I need to watch. I need to go on a run. I need to take a day and just binge watch all of them. That's something that I need to make time for because I've actually got a few docs I need to watch. Real Sociedad coming forward. Nice play. Corner for Bayern as well. Header, down, wide, ball in. Oh! Yo! I don't know if that was nearly an own goal from Nuno Mendes, I think it is, for PSG. The ball comes into the box, little float. Everyone's on side. He does get the header. Is he? Yeah, he's headed it. Now, I don't think he's directed that where he wanted to. Based on where his eyes are looking and where the ball's gone, he definitely didn't get that right. But PSG get away with it. And Sociedad got a corner now. I'd love for Real Sociedad to score the first goal. Now, what do we want as rivals? Let me ask this. Man United fans, if you're watching, Liverpool fans, Chelsea fans, teams that are not in the Champions League, what do we want? Because if Sociedad knock out PSG tonight and Lazio knock out Bayern, does that not make it easier for... Well, it does, doesn't it? It makes it easier for Arsenal to win the Champions League. And we don't want that. So I'm trying to think from an agenda point of view, who do I want to win these games? It's quite puzzling. Quite a tough situation. I love shocks. I love shocks and I love carnage, but I don't want the unthinkable to happen. Because if it does happen, and I don't think it will, but if it does, I swear to you, I will absolutely delete everything. I would delete... If Arsenal won the Champions League this season, I would delete everything. Don't ask me what. I would just delete everything. All documents, all files, all channels, all socials, everything will be deleted. Deactivated. Oh. And also City. City could do back-to-back if there isn't some strong teams left as well. So I don't actually know. I'm kind of conflicted. You're switching to rugby. And you can't just say they won't do it regardless. Because listen, the Champions League could get favourable. It's a knockout tie. It's a knockout competition. If they just, the big teams just, oh, PSG. I think Barcola almost, Mbappe and he assisted him there on the cutback. It's a great save. Now a free kick. These games look good. I can't lie. It's only 10 minutes in. I don't want to shoot my shot, but both these games look good so far. They're both entertaining. Both teams are going for it. Maybe the first legs obviously were quite boring, but teams were maybe being more cagey. But right now, this looks good. This looks much better. Today, there's a zip. There's a pace to this. Let's see what's going on. 10 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Sociedad just playing out from the back right now. Why is Dyer starting over Kim and Jae? I'm not sure. That was a surprise when I saw it too. Let me just check. I don't know if Kim Min Jae's maybe just come back from an injury or he's had a knock or something, because that doesn't really make any sense. I know Tuchel's a massive Kim Min Jae stan. because I even saw in the introduction when he first joined the club, Tuchel was literally all over him. So I don't think it's anything to do with preference. I think it's probably to do with injuries, is it? If there's any Bayern watchers, avid watchers, Thabz on the bench. Alphonso Davies is on the bench. He's expected to go to Real Madrid. Gnabry's on the bench. Choupo-Moting's on the bench. Kim Min-jae's on the bench. Kane said Dyer must start. That's why. Super talented Musiala. Yeah, we got to keep an eye on Musiala today. Mbappe, Musiala, the two M's. We got to keep an eye. So I'm guessing it's because he's just come back from something. I don't know. It must be because he's just come back from something, because he's absolutely clear of Eric Dyer. It's not even a competition. But even if it's not even about Eric Dyer, I think De Ligt could also be at risk of not being in the team. If Kim Min-jae's fully fit, I've seen De Ligt on the bench for Bayern quite a lot. He doesn't really start all the time. Sometimes it's Moncano with Kim Min-jae. I think, Eric Dyer's been given games as well. So he could have been on the bench. Both of those guys would be on the bench for Kim Min-jae. So yeah, I think it must be an injury. It must be an injury. He prefers Dyer. He prefers Dyer. I'm a Bayern fan, and Tuchel is stupid. He prefers Dyer over Kim Min-jae. Really? Oh. Okay. So awkward. If you had told me that Eric Dyer would be a starter for Bayern Munich when I saw him this season benched for Emerson and Davies, I would have laughed. I would have cackled. Here's Barcola, Hakimi, Mbappe's got his hand up. So many superstars. We have to keep an eye on all of them. It's mad. Mbappe's cutting in. Now Hakimi again. Loose touch. Concentrate, Hakimi. Very loose touch. You want Inzaghi to replace Poch. I don't have a name. I'm going to at some point probably have to do a video on managers. I know there's a lot of Almiron versus De Zerbi right now. It feels weird to me to look at managers when the manager's still in charge. I'm not used to having manager conversations when the manager's still there, because usually the manager's been sacked by now. so I find it a bit odd, because obviously if I'm talking about a new manager, it's because I want one, which I think most people do. But at the same time, I don't want the manager to do badly that's currently in charge. Obviously, I still want him to win trophies, and I want him to do well, and I want him to win every game to the end of the season to potentially even salvage himself. So it's weird. I know it's weird. I know he's done, but I don't want him to I don't want it. I don't know. I don't know. He's done, but he's not, because he's still there. Like, if you're done, just go. Do you know what I mean? But it's weird. There's all these teams that are announcing managers to go before they've gone is odd to me. Like, I'm leaving at the end of the season, but I haven't left yet. I'm not used to this. This doesn't usually happen. Like, if you think about football 10 years ago, if someone's sacked, they're sacked. It's not, oh, we are going to sack you at the end of the season, and we're going to announce it before the season is over, and then you're just going to stay there and try and motivate players that know you're leaving anyway. It's really odd. Usually you're just sacked, interim comes in, or your replacement. End of conversation. I don't understand this new modern announce the manager's leaving before he leaves, unless it's a Klopp thing where he's leaving on his own accord, and obviously that's different. But Xavi, I find it very strange. I think Xavi might be leaving on his own accord as well, but not for the right reasons. I find it odd. But yeah, De Zerbi and Almiron have both got release clauses, haven't they? So I don't know. I gotta try it. I might even do that. Maybe I'll do that video tonight and put it out in the morning. We'll see. I don't know. It depends on whether all you can eat Chelsea's going ahead. Maybe we'll just discuss it there. Cut back and cleared by Lazio. Cut back and cleared. Oh, shit. I was just looking at Bayern Lazio, and I swivel my head, and PSG have scored. Well, that tie's done. Well, that tie is finished. Because there was a chance in the Bayern game, not that anybody cares. It was a good shot deflected just wide of the post. PSG, on the other hand, Mbappe on that left-hand side, cutting in. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Mbappe. Oh, it's nasty. Oh, it's nasty. That's the tie done. Oh. Kylian Mbappe steps up. That's it. It's over now. It's over. That's it. The tie is done. The tie is done. Finished. Finished. Tie's finished. What a finish. What a finish. You know, when I'm watching that, I'm thinking, yeah, he's going to cut it back to someone. He's probably going to, you know, look to bring someone else in. No. No. He's just absolutely blammed it into the bottom corner. What a finish. Mbappe at Real Madrid with Alphonso Davies on the same, potentially the same flank. Well, I guess he's going to play up front and he's going to drift off to the left anyway. And Vinny's going to take him and Vinny are going to interchange. It's going to be mad. It's going to be mad. Mbappe at Real Madrid with Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies for Real Madrid. Oh, just give them the Champions League. Give it to them. Wow. That's going to be crazy, guys. Road to 80K. Yes, definitely get your subscribes. Definitely subscribe if you haven't already. What a goal. What a goal. That's going to be Mbappe and Jude Bellingham and Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo. And is Endrick signing this summer, guys? Is Endrick signing this summer? Let me know in the comments. Is Endrick coming this summer? There's a VAR check, is there? VAR check on Mbappe's goal. Okay. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Mbappe looks very confused. I think it's Michael Oliver in charge of that game. Is the goal gonna stand? Not this summer, the next one. Is it this summer? Some people are saying it's this summer. Summer 2025. Okay, so not this summer, next summer. Wow. What an attack. Yeah, yeah. That's what I said. Alphonso Davies coming in. Alphonso Davies at left back. Yeah. Is it this summer? Some people are saying it's this summer. Okay, everybody's saying it's this summer now. Okay, so it's this summer. So it's 2024. So he is coming this summer. So it's going to be Endrick, Mbappe, Alphonso Davies. The midfield's already sorted, so they're not going to touch that. It's just whether or not Modric gets a new deal and stays. I think they could do with getting a right back. And if they've got that, then they're sorted. They need an option for Carvajal. They need another right back. Imagine if they still had a Kimi. Yeah. Imagine if they still had a Kimi. Wow, what a team. I want him to go and get Trent. Here's Emery. I want him to get Trent. That was a flick from Dembele that didn't come off at all. Kubo. 0-0, 20 minutes gone in the Bayern Lazio game. Yeah, Trent would be mad. Trent is like, now you're playing FIFA. You get Trent crossing into Bellingham. It's a cheat code. Now you're playing some sort of FIFA. You're playing some sort of game. Keep my future captain's name out of your mouth. Klopp's leaving. Extensions have to be signed first before we can be too comfortable. You know, contract extension. Let's see who the new manager is. You know, contract extensions. You know, we're gonna wait. Gotta see. We'll see. Here's PSG. Yeah, the goal was obviously given, guys. So no drama there. Come on. Real Sociedad. Oh, they got a chance. They need to equalize. What a block. What's he fouled for? Free kick, opposite way. I don't think they're interested in James anymore. He's too injury prone. He's just come back from surgery as well. I think Trent's better. Trent's always available. No, he's injured now, but he's usually fine. Oh dear. Bayern on the ball. Grizz has just said shamelessly, I'll stick with the Mbappe one, I guess. Oh, okay, I know what it's for. Oh, but he's just scored as well now, so that's great. Because the whole Mbappe versus Henry thing. Fuck. I've got to give mine as well. That was hilarious. Mbappe versus Henry. By the end of Mbappe's career, now for me, okay, so for me, Mbappe will never be a better footballer than Henry, but he can be. I don't think he'll be a better footballer than Henry, but he can have a better career, if that makes sense. I think that does. He can have a better career, but I don't think he's a better footballer. I think Grizz's argument on that show was that he's gonna be have a better career. I don't know if he said he's gonna be a better footballer. But yeah, he's probably gonna get a Ballon d'Or, yeah, for sure. So I don't know. How do you guys do that? How do you guys treat that? Because obviously football's very different to how it used to be as well. So it's an interesting one. But yeah, once he goes to Real Madrid, the legacy could be mad. Could be very mad. Got to get that Ballon d'Or though, doesn't he? He just won a free kick now. What's going on with Musiala's contract? He could end up at Real Madrid as well. Musiala, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It doesn't seem like he's signing an extension as it stands. I don't know if he's going to go to Madrid because where does he play? You know, if he goes to Real Madrid, maybe if Ancelotti, I mean, listen, Ancelotti's going to go at the end of next season. That diamond formation works right now because you could potentially have a world where Rodrigo's on the bench. I think they're only doing it because they don't have a striker. But Ancelotti has done it before with strikers. Oh, Bayern, they could score here. Oh, deflected. Good block. Could have been 1-0 to Bayern. Would have an equalizer in this tie. Really, really good block. Bayern Munich almost equalized on aggregate. I think right now he's doing it because he doesn't have strikers. However, he has done this before in the AC Milan days with Inzaghi. He's done this at Chelsea with Drogba and Anelka, Shevchenko. He's done it in his previous club. So the diamond formation is not new to Ancelotti. He's been doing it for time. Kaká in the 10, Malouda in the 10, now Bellingham in the 10. So I don't know. Like, obviously, this is going to be his last season next year, probably. And then maybe Xabi Alonso will come in if Xabi Alonso stays at Leverkusen one more season. I think that's the best thing you can do. Musiala maybe plays in the 10 in that team. Mbappe and Vinny up front, and then Bellingham's dropped a bit deeper. But I think Bellingham, the reason why he's getting all of this attention right now is because he's playing in that 10. And, you know, he's getting his goals and he's impacting games in a crazy way. So, I don't know. I don't think there's any space. I don't think there's any space. I don't think there's any space. Not again. Musiala to Liverpool. Musiala to Liverpool. I don't know about that. It's not the type of deal that Liverpool usually do. Put it like that. I'm seeing the quality's fried again. Why does that keep happening? Why does that keep happening? What can I do? I can run the back up, is what I can do. Am I back? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why that happens. To this day, I do not know how to tell you. I do not know what to tell you. I need that 1080p. Yeah, I don't think Liverpool do that. 25 minutes gone. Especially not without Klopp. He's just not a Liverpool type player either, is he? Like Liverpool, the way that their midfield operates, it's not really set for a Musiala. I mean, I'm sure they'd tweak their tactics for someone that talented, but it's just not really set up for a player like him. They'd have to change the way they go about things in their approach, but they will because Klopp will leave, so they won't play that way anymore. That is the kind of signing, though, that would tell a Trent and a Van Dijk, yo, don't go anywhere. City is where it makes sense, isn't it? Man City playing maybe left 8, De Bruyne right 8, Foden right 8. Yeah. Foden and Musiala in the 8s, in the 10s. Oy, with Haaland just in front for the next decade. Oy vey, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because Man City play with 2 10s, really, don't they? Two advanced 8s, 2 10s in the pockets. So, yeah, it could work. It could work. Definitely would work. There's no doubt about it. 26 minutes gone. Nearly 27. Still 0-0 in Bayern Munich versus Lazio. He's late on that tackle. Kimmich, I think it is. Bobby Clark. What, you mean Oscar Bob? Oh, you're talking about Luton. He could even play as a winger. He holds onto the ball for too long. Pep would stop him from doing that, to be fair. Pep would have him releasing that ball quickly. I feel like Barcelona would be in for this if they weren't in tatters, you know. If they were at their peak, Barcelona and Musiala would make sense as well. They'd be in, but they're all over the shop. Musiala to Arsenal as well. Yeah, we spoke about it on the last live, I think, but you guys are going to focus on a striker. I don't think you're not going to go for both. If you do, then my days. I don't think you will. They're playing out from the back. PSG, they're playing out from the back wonderfully. Here's Dembele. Really good team move. Potentially Hakimi's running into space. I don't know why he's taken. Oh, okay, he's played it. Barcola. Now Hakimi's on the right hand side. Hakimi with the ball in. Still with PSG. This could be an incredible team goal if they can end it in the right way. Hakimi still on it. This Emery guy in midfield is a baller, isn't he? Young 18-year-old, I believe. 19, is he? Baller. How long before somebody looks at him? I mean, PSG's his boyhood club, I'm guessing. So maybe a long time. But oh, what is Dembele doing? Dembele is one of the most frustrating footballers to ever be created. Dembele. What are you doing? Why is he is so frustrating? He's got all the talent, but he just does dumb shit. And he can't finish. Guendouzi's cooking. Dembele. One day. Is he 17? He can't be. He must be 18 by now. Can't be 17, that kid. If I could sign one Chelsea player from the old Chelsea team, Drogba. Easy. It's always easy for me to answer that question. Because where are we weakest right now? Probably up front. We don't take chances. He heads the ball in from Gusto's crosses. He leads the team. He brings leadership quality. He takes free kicks. We haven't got a free kick taker. He takes penalties. He heads the ball. He scores goals. He's a bully. He's a leader. He's a big game player. We don't have big game players. It's Drogba. Oh, what a save. Mbappe, and then he made it 2-0. What a save. Mbappe. Oh, Lampard or JT for you. What a save. I mean, Lampard brings goals to the team as well, for sure, yeah. What a save. But more goals. Joint, all-time goal scorer. What a save. Could have been 2-0. Could be Lamps, yeah. Could be. We do play big games. We just had a cup final last month. What are you talking about? Hazard, one-man army. That's a shout. Yeah. I just think Hazard would have so many frustrating players around him. It would actually really annoy me. Whereas I think Drogba would probably give the final touch to a lot of the play that we have. He gives us the option to be direct. We can go long now. Petrovic can go long. He can hold up the ball. It gives us tactical versatility. I think we even just, there's so much to the Drogba. There's a reason why I said Drogba. There's so much to it. Drogba would even help us defend set pieces better. Because Drogba on set pieces, if you remember, used to stand at the near post and head everything away. So he helps us defensively on set pieces. He helps us in terms of style of play as an outlet to go long. He helps us on free kicks. He helps us on penalties. He helps us with crossing the ball, having somebody to aim for. He helps us with leadership. He helps us in so many areas. It's mad. Like, oi, it's crazy. It's mad, mad, mad. Yeah, for me, man, there's a lot on that one. Yeah. But Lampard's a shout too. Potter play him left back. Real Sociedad coming forward. They need to get an equalizer if they want to stay in this tie. They really do. Hakimi now and PSG back on the ball. Nah, I'm not having Diego Costa over Drogba. Remember, we need some leadership. Costa didn't speak great English. Pochettino would not let him be captain. Matt, how would you line up England's front six at the Euros? Foden, Jude, Saka behind Kane, Rice and another centre mid not named Hendo or Phillips, or Jude next to Rice and have Grealish starting? Well, for me, Grealish, Sterling and Rashford don't deserve to start again for England, right? They don't deserve it. In terms of their form in the league and just domestically, they don't deserve it. So Sterling, Rashford and Grealish, all of them not in my 11s. This is tough because Jude's most impactful position is the 10. So you'd want Jude in the 10. Foden is better in the middle, but the referee's just fallen over and in the Bayern game. I don't know what he's Saka's got to go on the right. Foden. There's a world where Foden and Bellingham play as 8s and Rice just plays as a 6 because he's played as a 6 for Arsenal this season. So I'd probably do that. I'd probably have Foden and Bellingham as the 8s, Rice as a 6 by himself. Trent right back, inverting next to Rice. Left wing. Like I just named all the left wingers, they don't deserve to play. But they can all produce for England. Sterling's produced for England. Rashford's produced for England. I don't know. That's tough. I just don't want to see Foden on the left. But yeah, I'm not playing Hendo or Phillips. I'd take Kobe Mino before I take Hendo or Phillips. I'd take Ross Barkley before I take Hendo or Phillips. Both of those players I take before those two. So yeah, there's no Hendo or Phillips. Hendo and Phillips are not even in my squad. Hendo, Phillips, Maguire, none of these guys are in my squad. None of them. I'm done with it. It's over. New dawn, new day. I'm taking fresh players. I'm not taking Hendo. I'm not taking Phillips. I'm not taking Maguire. I think Rashford or Sterling could be in trouble as well. But let's see what the numbers say. Grealish, yeah, Palmer, Bowen, Gordon, all these guys deserve it more in terms of performance. Anthony Gordon, I'd probably have starting. Yeah, you could have Gordon on the left wing. You could, yeah, Gordon on the left. Yeah, man. There's options. But if you have to play a double pivot and you have to squeeze someone in there, then you've probably got to play Foden left wing. Yeah. I want Foden central, to be honest. I want Foden central. Gotta have Foden central. And you don't want to shackle Jude Bellingham. You don't want Jude Bellingham playing restriction mode. Watkins on the bench. Yeah, on the bench. Not starting for me. Kane's up front, but Watkins on the bench. Bowen on the bench. Whenever Bowen's played for England, it doesn't look quite like the Bowen at West Ham, I have to say. But he does deserve a call-up to be back up to Saka. Maybe Tony will be the third striker. Joe Gomez has to go to the England squad. I think Joe Gomez should be starting at left back. Who's been a better left back in England? Who's been a better English left back this season? Not Shaw, not Chilwell. Maybe Robinson from Fulham if he's English. I don't want to assume he definitely is. He could be Northern Irish for all I know. But If yeah, maybe him. Ooh, PSG again. Almost made it 2-0. Sorry, not PSG, Lazio. Looking at two dark kits. Immobile. What's he done? Oh my days, Immobile's had a proper miss, man. Cross comes in, right? De Ligt gets a touch on it. And Immobile, he can see it coming and he's headed it wide. I don't know how he's not hit the target. I do not know how he's not hit the target. Mitchell at Palace, yeah. Livramento, yeah, there's options. There's a couple players there. Joe Gomez got to be in the squad, though. He's been too good this season. Stones, Tomori, Ben White. Ben White would be in the squad for me. Yeah, I think so. He's got to be in there. Barcola looks like Fuad. Ben White's got to be in the squad. Nah, Trippier can stay home, I think. I think we can move on from Trippier now as well. Move on from Trippier. I think you can move on from Trippier. You could possibly even move on from maybe Kyle Walker as well. But I'd take Ben White as like a extra centre back, and then you could probably still bring Walker and you could have Trent, just so you got both options. Reece James is, for me, I'd just forget about it. Just leave him to recover from the surgery. He's not playing. So Walker and Trent would be like your right backs. Left back, you could go Gomez and maybe Robinson or Mitchell or probably, yeah, one of those guys. I'll probably leave Livramento out of it and have a left-footed left back instead. They've cleared. Bayern are coming forward. They've played it into Kane. Clipped over the top. Headed. Shot. Kane. Kane. Harry Kane. He's not at fault tonight. 1-0 to Bayern Munich against Lazio. It's a very scrappy header in the end. Probably should have been saved. Goalkeepers all over the shop, but it is 1-0 to Bayern Munich. They have equalized in this tie. It's not Harry Kane's fault. It's not Harry Kane's fault. 1-0. Goalkeeper's had a bit of a mare, I have to say. He's definitely had a big mare there. He's had a bit of a part to play in the build-up with the pre-assist or maybe the pre-pre. But yeah, he gets the header. Goalkeeper's had an absolute mare, but it's 1-0. Harry Kane gets goals. I think that's his 5th Champions League goal of the season in 8. Or is it in 7? Karius, is that you? And Immobile could have literally scored the same goal at the other end, but he missed his chance. Big up, brother. Robinson's American. Ah, it's a shame. So yeah, he's out of it. He's out of the question. So because for me, he probably would have been in the squad. So it's now Mitchell and probably Joe Gomez, because you need a left-footed left back. You know, you need. I think if you take Gomez and Tino Livramento, you're kind of shoehorning yourself into right-footed left backs. You need to have one left-footed. So that's probably the two I'd go with. Yeah, just let Livramento go with the under-21s, whatever they're on. Nah, Gomez deserves it. He's been brilliant. Got to be there as an option. Maybe you start Mitchell, but you got to have him as an option. Right. 1 goal apiece then for both the bigger sides. Sane, Musiala. Oh, just wide to the post. Musiala should have been 2-0. Should have been 2-0, Musiala. Another one that could have been in an England squad, but he's gone with Germany instead. Could have had Musiala and Foden in the pockets. Makes me sick. England could have had Musiala, Foden, Saka, and Bellingham all playing in the pockets. Or 2 holding width and 2 in the pockets. Could have been wild. 2 left footers, 2 right footers. Tell me that is not scintillating. I mean, I don't know who the DM is in that team. Whoever the DM is in that team's got a whole heap of work on their hands. You're covering the world. Your fullback's better invert, but would have been incredible. Yeah, it's too late to switch, man. He's got enough caps under his belt for Germany. It's way too late. But that would have been wild. But the only way that works is if the fullbacks become inverted. Like you can't have the overlapping fullbacks with all of those guys. That's just actually too much. Elise could have represented England as well. And Nigeria, but he's chosen France. What can you do? Could have been mad. Could have been crazy. Right. Bayern Munich in possession. Bayern Munich. Munich. Elise, a young baller. Algeria as well. 41 minutes gone. 41 minutes gone. Big up everybody in the building. Can't wait for F1 on Saturday. Feels like I'm actually going to get like a little break from Chelsea while watching F1. It's going to be beautiful. PSG pressing high up the pitch. Very high up the pitch. 41 minutes gone. Play's being switched. Left side. Intercepted now. Oh, a little bit of... Oh, okay. Lazio got something for us, yeah? Here's... Oh, and they've given away possession. It's the Max show again. Yeah, hopefully not, but yeah. The thing is once you... Obviously, I've watched Drive to Survive for the 3rd year running or however many years it's been going. Once you build a connection with the rest of the field, then you start to like appreciate the midfield battle a lot more. Because if you're just looking for the race winner, then it's going to be a long day. But if you start to get involved in the midfield battle, it's hard, I must say, because it's all about the winning. But the podium positions, who gets that 10th spot for 1 point, you know, if you start getting invested in that, then yeah, you can salvage it. You can salvage it. 42 minutes gone. Does today go to pens or extra time? Yeah, it'll go to extra time, then penalties if it has to on aggregate. No away goals. So it'll go to extra time, then penalties, yep. It is kicking off the racing track. It is kicking off. You had the Christian Horner stuff. Now you've got the investigation going into the influencing of the results. It's all sorts of madness, yeah. Just seeing that save being made. Was it Kubo? What an interception that is. What an interception. Wow. Is it good? I need to get the F1 game. Is it good to play on with a controller, or do you need the whole steering wheel with the pedals and everything? Do you have that set up, or are you just going with the controller? I think I need to get the F1 game. I did go all out. It took me about half an hour or 35 minutes, actually. But yeah, I went all out. And then I hit the save button for once. So now I'm going to be able to keep this tomorrow instead of having to do it every single time like an idiot. So yeah, I wanted it themed. Oh my God. No, you are chatting the most shit. You are chatting the most shit. Do not lie. That guy is crazy. You must be bluffing. He must be bluffing. Call him out, chat. Call him out, chat. He must be bluffing. He must. He must be bluffing. Because if you're not bluffing, I don't know why you're watching me for. Oh, I don't believe you. You're bluffing, bro. That guy's crazy. Can't believe he's typing that in the chat. Crazy guy. Now everybody's asking for the link. Oh dear. 43 minutes gone. My days. Everton play Manchester United 11 o'clock coverage on TNT1. We won't be there. We won't be there. Ball comes into the box. Punched away. Man said video called his brother now. Send him the StreamYard link. Oh dear. Funny guy. Now everybody's atting him in the chat. Those two are offside. Free kick for Sociedad. 1 minute of injury time in the Bayern game. 1-1 on aggregate. That game at the moment, as it stands, is going to extra time. There's no away goals in the Champions League. So it's extra time, then penalties in Germany if that goes on. Left side now, ball coming into the box. Let me text Fuad real quick. What do we do if they go to extra time? Right, it's going to be halftime soon. Oh, what a shot. What a strike that was from Kubo, I think it was. He's taking the strike from distance. It's just wide of the post. Oh! It's 2-0 and it's de Ligt. I was just discussing extra time and they said, no, sorry. We don't do that around here. We don't play that game. 2-0 to Bayern Munich in Germany. De Ligt has scored from a set piece literally right before halftime because it was 1 minute of injury time. It's an outswinger headed and the volley is absolutely insane. He's caught that like a striker. He's hit that first time. Oh, it's been touched by Müller. Oh, Müller, you ruined it. Müller. I just saw De Ligt running away in celebration. I thought he was the one that Müller, why are you going to ruin a great goal? Is he onside? He is onside. Well, 2-0 Bayern. Halftime 2-0. What a strike from De Ligt, though. He caught that so well. I think it was going in, personally. I do think it was going in. But regardless, it's 2-0, 2-1 on aggregate. So at the moment, as it stands, Bayern, and you're ruining it. That's what I'm saying. You're ruining it. As it stands, it's Bayern Munich who are going through along with PSG. Literally. He had to make sure it's not being given off. It's being given the goal. And it's halftime. It's halftime in the game in Germany. It's not halftime in Spain as of yet, but we're getting there. Wow. Well, we've had our goals. Can't complain. 3 goals in 45 minutes, 2 games. Lovely. It wasn't going in, though. Yeah, there's no surprises tonight. No shocks. But still, like I said, we can swing this whatever way we want. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. Wow, the graphics look really good, don't they? Let me just take a moment. These graphics look hard. Raw. These graphics are good, man. You know, I was in such a rush today just getting them done. I didn't even really have time to even take it in. They look good. They look good. Yeah. Listen, it works in our favor, guys. If you're a Liverpool fan, if you're a United fan, if you're a Chelsea fan, take pleasure in this. Take pleasure in this. This means it's more difficult for Arsenal. It's more difficult for Arsenal. It's more difficult for Manchester City. That's how I see it. So even if you wanted the shocks tonight, it means that it's more difficult for the top teams. And that's what we need. And also it means that we're going to get some massive, massive quarterfinal clashes. And we need that too. We're going to get some massive quarterfinal clashes. We need some big, big games here in terms of top players going up against top players. I need Mbappe versus Hairline. I need Musiala versus Saka. I need these games. We need these games. So, yeah, I think it's good. It's good either way. As long as the games are entertaining and we're getting high quality, I'm good because I can swing it anyway. But people are not having it. Some people are not having it. I think they're Arsenal supporters. They're not having that. They're not having that at all. But yeah, I think it'd be good. As much as I like a surprise, I do like to see the best players go up against the best players. As much as I can. As much as I can see it, I'd like to see that. Bayern Munich versus Porto incoming. Oh dear. They're funny. Not sure about Bayern. They're not great. No, even in the group stages, they weren't great. Even in the group stages, they weren't great. Like Bayern Munich in the group stages were conceding loads of goals. They were very leaky against Manchester United in both the games, I think I remember. So I don't look at Bayern Munich and think they're going to do anything seriously in this tournament, but I still want them to be there. And I want that. I want those two names in the same game. I want to see the Musialas versus the Sakas. I do want to see it. Because as much as I want to assume, as much as people want to assume that Arsenal will just take care of business and beat Bayern, there's enough quality in that Bayern team to make it interesting. There's definitely enough quality. I can see Harry Kane scoring against Arsenal. I can see Musiala doing up Declan Rice. I want to see that. Because it's very easy right now for us to just be like, Arsenal go past Bayern, no problem. But when the game is actually being played over two legs and you got to watch that, that's when it becomes more nervy. It just takes a set piece, just like that. That's all it takes. It's not just about the general play, the style of play. It's about the moments. Who stands up? Who takes control in the big moments? Who delivers on the big stage? And anyone can do it. There's enough quality. If Gnabry's back, if Koeman's back, it's a problem. Gnabry, it could be more difficult than you believe. More than you can believe. It could be more difficult. Could be more difficult than you believe. And that's why I want to see it. That's why I want to see it. Right, let's see what's being said. Super chats. Missed your Arsenal versus Sheffield United live stream yesterday. You were not going to catch me living or breathing watching that game. You wouldn't catch me doing it. There's no chance. I knew Arsenal were going to win. I knew they were going to win emphatically. And I said, I'm going to go for dinner. I went for dinner. I said, I'm going to go for dinner. I'm going to go catch some food. I'm going to go and taste some delicacies because I'm not going to be eating what you're cooking. I'm not going to eat what you're cooking. Arsenal against Sheffield United was a nasty affair. 15 minutes in, 3-0 up, I would have ended the watch along. I'm telling you now, I would have ended the watch along on 15 minutes. As soon as that third goal went in, I would have seen that as a disrespect to me and you and our time. I would have left. There's no way. So I knew what it was. They have the worst goal difference in the league. They're absolutely shocking. I was not going to play party to that. Love the graphic. Is that OBS or StreamYard? It's OBS and StreamYard. It's both. You know how Heady once said? Both. You know what I'm saying? As Rio Ferdinand said with Messi and Ronaldo, we can enjoy both. And we will. Now, some people feel it looks like a Barbie situation. But we don't care. I missed a good game. I'm sure I did. I went to Poor Boys in Kingston. So I had brisket, and brisket's so nice. Brisket is so nice. Barbecue brisket, the meat is just so tender. Oh, it's just incredible. And I had that with like Cajun seasoned fries, and yeah, it was just I was just gonna just enjoy that. Let the notifications pop off. Let the goals keep going in while I'm just eating. Let me just eat. Let me cook. You know what I mean? You're cooking, I'm cooking. Yeah. I don't know what you're pausing. So yeah, I couldn't be asked. I like to select my games, carefully. I don't like to play silly games now. I like to select my games carefully. I know where I need to be when I need to be there. We go through the fixtures every week. We look at what's there. We look at what's running. We see what we should be a part of and what we shouldn't. And that game, Big Six was after. I said, no, we're not doing that. Not today. Not today. I'm not. Oh dear. Come on, man. What's wrong with you guys? Ay. What's wrong with you guys? Seriously. You need to get your heads out of the gutter. Seriously. That is just insane. That's insane. You need to seriously sort yourselves out because that's wild. That's wild. Yeah? Just hold up there. Slow down there, buddy. Slow down there, buddy. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. This needs to end. Okay? Pause. That needs to end. We need to stop this. Do you know what? That's a great question. That's a wonderful question. Maybe the chat should respond. Nice. Just stop. Just stop. Oh my god, you lot are just going now. You lot are just going. You know when you get them started, they just don't stop. Look at them now. They're just gone. They're gone. I won't be able to get my chat back now. It's like yesterday on the Big Six. I think it was what was being mentioned. Saeed and the whole farting thing in the clip. And this chat, I kid you not, we're just putting in like air emojis, gust of wind emojis, and just everything was just fart this, fart that. I said, bruv, I can't do this. I can't read this chat right now. I can't engage here. I can't pull up any comments. This is ridiculous. Ridiculous. And it went on for like 10 minutes. I was like, okay, they're going to do it for about a couple minutes. We'll get over this. We'll move on. No. 20 minutes. They do. 20 minutes. They wouldn't stop. I said, I've given up. This chat's gone. We're not getting it back. Oh, dear. Are you sad watching Champions League? Listen, this is now... Sadly, it looks like I'm going to have to get used to this, you know. Champions League football, my club not involved. We're not participating. We're not in this. It looks like I'm going to have to get used to this. We're not going to be in it next season. The season after that, I don't know. So at this point, I'm starting to have to get used to watching other teams in the Champions League, and I'm just neutral. I'm just here to enjoy because I'm not in it. I'm not in it. I'm not a part of it. I'm not even in Europe. So, you know, it's sad, but it's reality. What a goal from Mbappe. When you see that goal from Mbappe, you see it again and again and again. It's just so good. So good. So good. Yo, Turkish. Man said it was 45 minutes. I don't know how Turkish hosts that show. I've said it to him privately. I'll say it again. I don't think you guys understand how mad that show to host is. The most difficult show on YouTube. I kid you not. The most difficult show on YouTube to host. It's all going on. I got into an argument. I had to come out the hosting chair and just get involved. I said, I'm getting stuck in. I'm not playing around. Because these lot think because I'm host, I'm just gonna just keep grace and decorum. I said, no, I'm getting involved. I'm moving. I'm going back to bottom left, but it's long. It's mad, bro. Chat's going off. It's impossible to go through every super chat. Absolutely impossible. It's just hectic. And then there's about 5 arguments going on at once. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Crazy show. Mbappe on a mission. Do you think Mbappe is on a mission tonight? I mean, he scored. He knows this is his last season at PSG. He's had a couple of strikes, couple of near misses. He's been playing very well, to be fair to Mbappe. Unlike in the group stage where he's a bit more up and down. I wonder if the motivation is there to drag PSG to a Champions League win, because that's how you build legacy. He's won the World Cup. He's scored a hat-trick in a World Cup final. If he could win a Champions League in his last season for his boyhood club before going to Real Madrid, it doesn't get any better than that. I'm sure he's thought about it. I'm sure he's thinking about it. I don't know if this is going to be something, because the thing is, right, there's no Messi and there's no Ronaldo. We haven't had Champions Leagues where we could say that. Like, it's been a while. But this is it now. There's no Messi. There's no Ronaldo. Only normal people are here. Only normal people are playing the game now. It's not freaks. It's not extraterrestrials. It's normal people now. It's a normal people's game. It's the people's game now. It's the community's game. So, Mbappe rise. Maybe. And I think if PSG have... PSG are not a favorite, but if they have everybody fit, I mean, like, Hakimi's there, Nuno Mendes is there, Marquinhos is there, Emery's in the midfield, and they've got, you know, I don't know who the front three have to be, because Dembele still is not impressing me tonight. Munyuani is on the bench, I believe, today. Ramos is on the bench as well. Can't seem to start too much. I don't know who the front three's got to be, but this is what creates legacy, man. You got to drag your team sometimes. You got to be that guy. You got to be the guy to drag your team to a Champions League win. We've seen greats do it. We've seen, you know, Galacticos and Ballon d'Or winners do it. So this is maybe a chance for Mbappe. Especially if, like, I don't know, Manchester City draw Real Madrid and Arsenal draw Bayern, and there's some big teams going out to other big teams. Barcola's a good player. I've liked what I've seen from him. There could be something there. There could be something there, man. I'd love to see it. I actually wouldn't mind if PSG won it. I'm all for Mbappe building that legacy and building, that World Cup final. Because obviously he did it when he was a teenager. The World Cup, it's incredible. Ronaldo, the Brazilian Ronaldo after him, who's done things like that, right? But if he could do it now, and the World Cup final was one of the greatest games of all time. So that really was like, okay, you can't not rate Mbappe. I remember even talking to Rance about this. I know Rance was a big Mbappe fan before that. As soon as Mbappe gets a hat-trick in the World Cup final, you got to hold your hands up and be like, you know what? No, that's insane. So he gave us the best World Cup final. He gave us, it was like Ronaldo's success, not Ronaldo's successor. I don't want to say that because he's nowhere near what Ronaldo was for me. But let's say Ronaldo, he's a fan of Ronaldo. Like, he looks up to Ronaldo. So it was like Ronaldo's protege, going after the GOAT. That is Messi, trying to knock him down because Ronaldo couldn't with Portugal. And it was a mad story, man. It was such a script. So he's already built mad legacy. But if he can do it, he's already built crazy legacy. If he can do it with PSG, I almost want him to. I can't think of who I want to win a Champions League more actually than probably him doing it like that for PSG. Especially when Messi and Neymar have gone. I think that's even more important. If he could do that, Messi and Neymar's gone now and you actually win it, that sends out such a statement, sends out a mad statement to say, listen, I'm that guy. I am him. He's already him, but he wants to even be more him. Timer's coming up on the screen. I'd probably like that. Because Real Madrid, if they win it, they've won it so many times. I don't get a dopamine out of it. Don't want City to do it. Don't want Arsenal to do it. Who else is there? Bayern. I don't really care. But if Bayern do it, to be fair, I guess that would be fun. Too cool. After all the slander again from Saeed Television, all the Tuchel slander, goes and wins another Champions League. I would like that. Even though I'm not defending him anymore, I would like that. He's a good man. He's a good guy. He doesn't deserve this. And Harry Kane as well, be hilarious. So I'd say actually, if I could pick Champions League winners, I'm actually picking the teams that are playing tonight. They'd be my favorite. Like, they're the ones that I'd want to win it. If I can pick, I'd pick PSG and I'd pick Bayern Munich. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, guys. If I could pick Champions League winners, I'm either going Mbappe for PSG for his boyhood club, or I'm going Tuchel and Kane for the banter. That's a lot of banter. 46 minutes gone. Bayern Munich game kicked back off against Lazio. PSG was still waiting because they had a lot more added on time in their game in the end of the first half. So, nah, we don't do that. We don't care. We don't care. You hate PSG, really? You want Inter to win it? Yeah, Inter's cool. And then after that, it's any dark horse. I don't mind winning it. Atletico Madrid, Inter Milan, any of those guys. I don't mind. Yeah. But yeah, for me, I just want to see carnage. I just want to see carnage and I want to see drama. If I can get that, I'm good. What's going on? Why are you screaming, Paris? I thought the game was back on. Oh, dear. Nah, he won't, man. Well, do you know what? It's 2-1. Let's see. Second half. If there's a game where there could be some jeopardy, it's obviously still Bayern Munich versus Lazio. It's 2-0 in this game. It's 2-1 on aggregate. Let's see how that goes. 47 minutes gone. 48. Let's see. Make sure you subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Where are we at now with this target? I think all you can eat Chelsea is going to be tomorrow at 11 o'clock in the morning. I think that's what's going to be the case. Come for a watch along, ended up in a crotch along. What go on here? Sam, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, the chat's been chatting, innit? The chat's been chatting. That's what I will say. It's been a wild first half. we've had Mandem getting incredible views, it seems, from windows that they shouldn't be looking in, and pause patrols back out in force again. You think Inter got a chance? Listen, Inter got to the final last year, and they're top of the league this year and blitzing it. So I have to give them their credit. Like they have to be within a shout for sure. Now, some people are saying they're not dark horses; they're just horses, and I'm saying they're dark horses for now because I haven't watched enough of them to say that they can go up against maybe the teams that I deem to be favorites. But because I think if you need a good draw, then I put you as dark horses because it tells me like you can do it, but you need a favor from the draw. Like you're not willing to go up against anybody and everybody and knock them out over 2 legs. If that's the case, no problem, but that would mean you're a dark horse for me. So I don't know where Inter fall in that conversation, but yeah, they're definitely in with a chance. I think based on what I've watched so far in this tournament from PSG and Bayern, I'd say I'd probably rank them above those 2 teams until they start playing better. And then I'd have them behind Arsenal, Madrid because of heritage, and Man City. So I'd have them like 4th. I'd have them as like semi-finalists. But at the same time, the expectation for these 2 teams that are going to go through tonight, if they stay with these scores, is also semi-final minimum as well. So it's interesting. Barcola has come off for Lee, I believe. Extra midfielder comes on. I don't know if that's I think that's probably a defensive move to just pack the midfield from Enrique. 50 minutes gone. Yeah, that game's now back. So yeah, Kanye approves. It's funny though, like there's so many teams that everybody sees getting to the final. There can only be 2 finalists. I think we've named 6 teams out of those 4, and then obviously these 2 tonight. 6 teams that would have aspirations to be in the final, either due to expectation or the way they're performing, or both. If you're Man City, so yeah, man, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I don't think Atletico are gonna get that far. But it depends on the draw again. It's been cleared. What's the first leg scores actually? Let's just quickly tally them all up so we can get a rough idea of what's actually going on. First leg. So who's in pole position here? So Man City are going to go through 3-1 up against Copenhagen. Real Madrid are 1-0 up against Leipzig. The home tie, they're going to go through unless something crazy happens. Atletico are 1-0 down to Inter. Inter should finish that, but it's going to be tough away at the Metropolitano. Why can't I never say this team stadium? Why do I always mess it up? Idiot, bro. No pen, Diver, Immobile, Mbappe on the ball right now. Napoli 1-1 with Barca. Porto 1-0 up against Arsenal. Should be overturned. PSV Dortmund, I mean, they're getting knocked out in the quarters. They're definitely getting knocked out in the quarters. Either of those teams are getting knocked out in the quarters. I don't care which one goes through. They're going home. Immobilized. That's brilliant. There will be no PSV or Dortmund in the semis. They're definitely going home. And any team would be happy to play either one of those guys. Based on what I watched in the first leg, they're both pretty mid. So yeah, they'll be happy to. Thanks. They'll be happy to go through and take on one of those 2 teams. So, is Iceman even real? Oh dear. Yeah, listen, I always liked what Sarri was trying to do, and I understood what he was trying to put down. And we saw that towards the back end of the season, but there's no point me wanting him because the fan base won't give him any time. And we just had Pochettino, who wasn't liked when he came in. He's now not doing well. Obviously, for me, Sarri's got some great principles and can get us playing some great football. But if the fans don't take to him, then there's no point, is there? And it's not like as if he's one of the top managers. He's a very, very, very good manager, but he's not one of the top managers. So there's no point. There's no point. You can look at chat logs now. It's too funny. How do I look at chat logs? That sounds sick. Is that a mod privilege too? I need to research. There's always new features. But yeah, I don't think Sarri makes the most sense right now anymore. Even though, like I said, he plays some very good football, and he gets meaty players performing. Corner for Real Sociedad. All I want is goals in the second half. I don't care who gets them. Ideally, we don't need extra time, actually. I've got content to do after this, mate. You know what I mean? Got things to do. Ball comes in. Punched away. Cleared by Hakimi. Hoofed. Mbappe. Comes inside. Go on. Kill him now. Second goal. Finish this tie completely. I mean, it is pretty much done. Dembele is so underwhelming. Oh, my days, man. He's getting carried in this attack by the rest of them. He is so underwhelming to watch. Maybe I have an agenda against Dembele. I don't think I do. I'm actually so disappointed. He's so underwhelming. Be careful. Be careful about the lies you tell. I remember when we were linked to him at Chelsea, people were saying they really wanted him. I said, nah. He's not cutthroat enough. And he was injury prone at the time. Now, fair play to him. He seems to have kind of got past his injury issues. But at Chelsea, I don't think that would have been the case. He probably would have just been injury prone because we can't keep anybody fit. But he didn't live up to the hype. He probably goes into the conversation of players that didn't wasted talents. I don't know. Does he? I think he does go into the wasted talent category for me. Like when you think about his level coming through at Dortmund, and obviously Felix at Benfica will go into this category as well. These two players in particular were like golden boy lists and nominations. They haven't lived up to the hype in the end. They've not. They're wasted talents, I have to say. I think they're wasted talents. For whatever reason, there's gonna be, reasons for each of their careers, but they haven't hit the levels. Because when people talk about like a lack of ballers these days and a lack of what's the word? I don't know what to call this, but I call them throwback footballers. These two could have been throwback footballers. Like they could have been early noughties, technically gifted entertainers of the game, Felix and Dembele. But neither of them have the cutting edge, it seems. Neither of them have the cutting edge in their game, which is a shame because it could have been fun. Yeah, pure footballers. Yeah, street ballers. Yeah, exactly. That's what you call it. Yeah. And they could have kept the sport alive. Flair players, yeah. Could have kept it alive when people talk about, the game's fallen a little bit. We don't have the individual brilliance we used to have. These were meant to be the guys to keep it going. Maybe it's not that we didn't have these guys. It's maybe that football has gone in a different route, and the guys that should have been doing it can't keep up with the physicality of it, and they can't keep up with the tactics and the systems that you have to play these days. And they're just getting phased out. Oh, just wide. Could have been 2-0. Could have been 2-0 for Bayern Munich. Sorry, 3-0 and 3-1 on aggregate. Almost. Just wide. I'm not gonna lie, I actually want that Bayern goal. Because I want this tie sorted. My mentality's changed from the start of the night. I want Bayern Munich to go through. I want PSG to go through. I want an absolute Royal Rumble in the quarters. I want all the best teams to go through, apart from PSV and Dortmund, which is going to be a long day. But apart from them, we could have Inter, PSG, Bayern, Arsenal. I don't mind if you go out. Man City, Real Madrid. It could be mad. I really want it. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. I want the juggernauts to face off. And Barcelona as well. Throw them in there because Napoli are not having a great season. So, even though I do think Barca will go out in the quarters as well. I could almost put money on it. Oh, Mbappe. Go on. Mbappe. Mbappe. Yes. Mbappe. Mbappe. 2-0 to PSG. 4-0 on aggregate. Finished. Game over. Harry Kane rise. You're next up, mate. Finished. I love it when the superstars be super. Mbappe with both goals tonight. He's carried that attack. Dembele. That brother's just watching. Maybe the goalkeeper could have been better there. But you know Mbappe, these near post strikes, he's got them on lock. I think he's given the goalkeepers the eyes. He's opening up his body. He does it all the time. He always feints to go far post and then drags it back near post with power. And it always works. It always works. It's a trademark finish. I think that's the Mbappe finish. That's the trademark Mbappe finish. There's other finishes in his locker, but the finish that I see him do more often than not is the near post, feint to go far, and you go near. And he does that better than anyone. I think that's his finish. So any experienced keeper at this point who goes up against him in 1v1 probably should just dive automatically to near post. But yeah, that's the Mbappe finish, man. And he makes it look good too. He's crisp with it. So it's 2-0 to PSG, 4-0 on aggregate. That tie is done. Let me just change the score. And now it's only the Bayern game that we got to keep an eye on. And hopefully they wrap that up too. Because I've got a new agenda. I've got a new agenda now. Just got to stay on your toes. Let's do it. Could he get a hat trick? He could. He could. It depends how Real Sociedad approach the final 30 minutes. Are they going to keep pushing forward? Are they going to keep playing a high line? Or are they going to just call it quits? Mbappe. It would be a hell of a story. Imagine a PSG Bayern Munich final. Harry Kane on the verge of getting his first major trophy in club football. Thomas Tuchel, who's been rubbed out, written off, versus Mbappe trying to win it for his boyhood club, basically on his own. That's the final. That's the final I want to see. That's the final I want to see. Couldn't stomach Arsenal in the final. Too nerve-wracking. Would rather just not have that. We had that in 2020. Run it back. Run it back. Don't need City. Don't need City or Inter. See them already last year. So that's my final. Yeah, Tuchel's managing the opposite side. Yeah, exactly. Because he was managing PSG when he played Bayern. Yeah. That's my final. Yep. I'm gonna stick with that. Arsenal versus City would be carnage. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. That's also a lose-lose situation. Bayern PSG is a win-win for me. Win-win situation. So I'm taking that. Obviously, Haaland bags his goals, but out of the two, Mbappe's got that star quality for me, for obvious reasons. So I just want that brother to build on that legacy, man. All this talk and all this president meeting and director of football, brother, you have to be a Ballon d'Or winner. You must be one of those guys. So I don't want to see him fall on his sword. So I'd rather him just completely go crazy now. He's already started off on a madness, but let's keep it going, man. I'm here for it. Yeah, at Madrid he should he should do a madness. But the thing is with him, yeah, I think if he goes to Madrid and PSG didn't win the Champions League, people will use that against him and they'll say, "Oh, you couldn't bring a Champions League to PSG." But Iceman in the freezer. That is a bar. What's Turkish done? That's a bar. See, look, when you're not a mod, you lose these privileges, Iceman. You think it's all fun and games, but look what happened now. You just got timed out by Turkish, bruv. Yo, it can happen. That's life. That's life. But yeah, I don't know. I just want to see. Sane blocked. 3-0. And it's Harry Kane making it 3. Bayern Munich. This is the perfect watch along. I'm so happy. Go on, Harry Kane. My striker. Yeah? My striker. He's getting rubbed out too much recently. I don't like the agendas. I'm on to people. Harry Kane, my striker. I wanted him at Chelsea. That was meant to be the link up with Poch. It didn't happen. It's unfortunate. My striker. My gunman. Yeah? My Sir Arnold, bruv. Yeah? MBE Harry Kane. Let's go. Let's go get that Champions League. My striker. Let's do this. Let's go get that Champions League. Let's do it. Let's go, man. Let's go get that Champions League, man. I believe in you, brother. One of you strikers are going to bring home this Champions League. One of you strikers are going to do that for me. You must. You must. This is good. I've got my agendas for the year. I'm happy now. I've got my agendas for the Champions League. I'm a happy man. I'm a happy man. No, I'm not gonna chill. This is my agenda. This is how I leave with something. Hey. Real Sociedad. Excuse me? The fuck do you think you're doing? Are these men okay? Is that offside? Yeah, you better chill. Don't try to rain on our parade, mate. Yeah, it's too late for that. Offside. I've got my agendas and I've formed my alliances. Join me if you wish. Join me if you wish. Tuchel and Harry Kane or Mbappe. These are the teams and these are the men that I am aligning with for the Champions League this season. One or the other. I don't care which one. This is where I stand. Yes. I'm on the Kane train. Yes. I'm on the Mbappe movement. Yes. This is what we're doing. I've decided. That's it. And anybody who comes in between these alliances, long day. Arsenal, Manchester City, Madrid, long day. We're coming for you. Actually, I don't really mind Madrid. Madrid, if you do your thing, you do your thing. That's what you do. I ain't got no hate to Madrid. I like Madrid. I like Madrid every time. Fuck Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? But still, this is what we're doing. Stop saying tender in the chat. Just stop with this word, please. Can we just stop? Oh my God. Oh my days. This is what we're doing. I've made my bed and I'm lying in it. Yes, this is the plan. The man with a plan. Because I've got to have something. Do you know what I mean? I'm watching Champions League. I've got to have something. I've made my decision. Oh dear. Both teams are gonna go through. Job done. Job done. You're not giving me give me my sound back. Bayern Munich in possession. 69 minutes gone. Oh dear. It's a madness. But yeah, this is a good day. It's a good day for the agendas. It's a good day for the agendas. Curtains on the Barbie wall on the tender Kane train. Oh my days. Some of the things I'm reading in this chat are absolutely off the charts. Go on. Oh, no, don't go anywhere. 65 minutes gone. Do you want Conference League qualification? No, not really. I don't really care about Conference League. Like, if we get it, we get it. But I want Europa League minimum. So we need to win the FA Cup. I don't tap dance for Conference League, I'm afraid. I'm a two-time Champions League winner, two-time Europa League winner, one-time World Cup winner or Club World Cup winner, yeah, and Super Cup winner. I am not tap dancing for no Conference League. We got stars over here, bruv. We don't play that game. That's for West Ham and them, man. So, yeah, no. Europa League minimum. If it's not that, it's failure. You see these reports where they're coming out like, oh, if you get Europe, you'll be fine. Yeah. We don't talk about Conference League. We talk about Europa League. That's the Europe we're talking about. If they mean Conference League, then their standards are in the absolute gutter and they've got problems. And they need to see someone about it. Complete the set. No, thank you. I'm not interested. If Real Madrid are not trying to complete the set, then I'm not trying to complete the set. Here's Sane. I don't think Liverpool are trying to complete the set. What a strike. Sane so close to making it 4-0. What a shot. What a shot. What a shot. What a shot. That's why he's one of my favorite wingers in the world. Not these Dembeles and that. The real wingers. Muller went close as well. I love it. These games are done now. We're just enjoying. Shot saved. Hakimi almost made it 3-0. We're getting absolute blammings, batterings right now. When's the next FIFA stream? I'm away on Thursday. So, if anybody didn't know, because I said this way earlier, going to be on the overlap on Thursday. So I'm going to be in Manchester all day. So no streams from me on Thursday. Friday, I don't think I'll be around either because I'm going to be away with friends. So there'll be no stream on Friday. It might be Saturday night. Maybe. Don't know. Tough to call. Tough situation. Tough one. Friday night. Saturday night's the only kind of like gap that could happen. We'll have to see. I'll try and make it Saturday night because I do love that career mode. It's become part of my regime now. I do love it. It's quality. And we've got a league to win. And we're in a January transfer window as well. There's a lot going on. We need to make that Saturday, yeah. We need to get back on that. I wish I could be like, I wish I was like 5 years younger or 6, I don't know, 20. Wish I was like 10 years younger and I could just bang out FIFA every single day. That would be sick. Yeah, that would be good. If I could be a proper gamer and just bang out FIFA like these other gaming YouTubers, these FIFA YouTubers, if I could just, Danny Irons, is it, bangs out FIFA? If I could do that, I'll be happy, man. Yeah, that'd be good. Just do a Strasbourg career mode every day. That'll be fun. Oh dear. FM. I've got FM, and I was playing it a bit, but I can't stream it because it keeps glitching out. What I really need to do is one day, when I next move, one of the main requirements are going to be gigafast Wi-Fi. Like the Wi-Fi's got to be some of the fastest Wi-Fi in the country, bro. If I have to move to Brighton, where PewDiePie lives, bro, to get that fast Wi-Fi, then that's where it is. All right. I will make sure, guys, to prioritize Wi-Fi in my next move. We will make that Wi-Fi faster than you can believe, more than you can believe, guys. The Wi-Fi will be Wi-Fiing. Maybe that will help. But I also think I need a gaming computer as well, which is very expensive. So I think that's why it's not really streaming the way it needs to be streamed. And I think getting it on the console is not really the full game. So I don't really want to play Football Manager on PlayStation. I think I could, but I definitely could. I don't know. You guys let me know. Like, is Football Manager on PlayStation as good as the PC? I'm pretty sure the PC is the best version, which is what I have. And I've played it a bit, but I haven't played it in a couple of weeks now. So, but yeah, I think the console's a bit of a, yeah. Someone's got it on PlayStation. They're like, yep, nope. That's not the one. That's what I heard. Yeah, it's not the one, is it? If you want the full experience, you need it on the PC. So, yeah. You don't even want to try that. Exactly. I don't want to dilute the game. The game is detailed for a reason. It's quality. If it's played at the top optimum level. So much. I'm trying to keep up with both games. It's tough. Real Sociedad have tried to get back in the game, but it is done. 20 minutes in both matches. I'm just here to watch some great football. I'm just here to see good football, good ball. 15 minutes left. Free kick. Lazio. Too far. F1. I'm going to get the game. I'll get the game, and then we'll go from there. I've got my Twitch. I've still got my Twitch account. Maybe I could game that over there. I don't know. I don't know how many people want to see me race cars. But I am ready to bring more gaming to the channel. You know, we got international breaks for a reason. It's not to watch England versus San Marino. It's to play Call of Duty and shoot up some fools. So I think we've got the capacity, guys. You know, I don't know what games you're allowed to play on YouTube. I don't think you're allowed to shoot up people like that. So we might have to be on Twitch for those ones. But the Twitch channel's still there. I still know the login. I can log in anytime I want. I just have not. I choose not to. I am fighting the establishment right now. But yeah, the Twitch is still there. Headed away. Oh, so much content to make, so little time. Only one of me. This is why I need a twin. I'm very jealous of Thabz. If I had a twin, I'd make them make so much content. I'm telling you, they'd be a content creator by force. And I would just switch with my twin and you wouldn't even know the difference. And we'd both have the same name and we would just make the content. It would be sick. I don't know why he hasn't done that. Yeah, Twitch was funny, man. We had some funny shows on there. Me and Flawless chatting about gal. That was such a good series there, weekly show. The Love Island series as well, Rants and Daps. Who was there for that? Who was there for that? Who was there for the summer of 2022, I want to say? Me, Rants, Daps, Love Island. Oh, if you were there for that, that was one hell of a series. I know Iceman was there. Oh, yeah, it was funny. Yeah. I recognize, you guys. I remember you guys in there. Oh, my days. That was jokes. And that was an every night thing as well, because it was on, 6 nights a week or 5 nights a week? That was jokes. That was funny. Talk about versatility there. That was so random. And the only reason why we started watching that is because Nations League was so boring. And I could not do watch-alongs for Nations League. You know how much I hate Nations League. I couldn't do it. So I just stopped. I just found something else. I was like, I'm not watching this. I refuse to watch Nations League. I hate it. I don't respect it. I don't think it should exist. It should cease to exist. So I'm not watching it. They're bringing on Tell for Muller. They've already brought him on. They've made the subs. Prime Lukaku slander days. Yeah, and you know what? It's true. You know, I need to just do some matches, man. We had some sick matches, bro. We had me versus Saeed. I think Grizz was commentating. We had me versus Thabz, and Fuad was commentating. That was jokes as well. Yeah, I should line up a match with KG or Flex or something and get one of them commentating. That would be funny. Ball into the box, blocked. Maybe that should be the preview for the Man United game instead of actually previewing the Man United game. Because we're so dead. Why talk about it when we could just play a game? And that makes sense. That's a good preview, isn't it? Instead of talking about it, let's just play. Let's just play the game. Just play the game. Oh. Yeah, that was meant to be a little series, actually, wasn't it? Content creator series. But there's too much going on, bruv. Oh, that's going to get swung in. Cleared. One thing with that, you got to have a commentator. It slaps better. Yeah, when there's a commentator, it slaps. 2 players, 1 commentator. It is crazy. It's so good. What they can't believe. So good. Oh, shot wide. Shot wide. Oh, dearie me. Real Sociedad are giving it their best shot, but it's not good enough. Shots are all wide. 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes to go. Yep. Zubimendi with the miss. He's a DM. Yeah, he won't play me. He won't play me at FIFA. So he must commentate. He doesn't want to play. $15 minutes. 15 minutes. $80 minutes now. So mad. The games are just done. Crazy how these 2 teams came so serious today. Bring back the roundabout. Another thing that I haven't done in a while. I temporarily suspended that series. So cold. So cold. But again, that was fun. My time is correct. It's in line with the Bayern Lazio game. It's not in line with PSG Real Sociedad because that kicked off after, and I can't have 2 different timers. Mbappe clipped into the box, headed away. So the PSG game is at 77:30. So just about 3 minutes behind. 4 minutes, sorry, behind because of the extra time at the end of the first half. It could be in line at the start, but once the extra time gets given in first halves, then everything always goes wrong from there. Always goes wrong. Sociedad coming forward again, trying to find a consolation goal. Cut back, shot. Oh, what a save from Donnarumma. What a save. He wants that clean sheet. He wants that. I don't know if he's going for the clean sheets record, not record, but going for the goalkeeper of the tournament. Maybe he's going for that. I don't know what their defensive record is, but after coming out of the group of death, I'd imagine it's not very good. So the hard work starts now. But what a save. What a save. Big 6 Among Us. I've never played Among Us once, you know. Yeah, the intro was cold. It was cold. It was cold. Yes, I agree. That's what I'm saying. Yes, we need to bring it back, but Saj has to be there. Has to be there. I need The back and forth. You know, we had that back and forth at the beginning of the channel. We need the back and forth for that. For that series, we need the back and forth. Modern Family. I did a couple of episodes of that. One, I didn't script well, and it was dead. The first one, I think, was decent. But the second one, I was like, nah, this is dead. I didn't script that properly. Scripting is difficult. I can't lie. What you think is going to bang in your head and what bangs when it's actually said is two different things. But yeah, the Modern Family series was fun. It's fun. But again, it's something that I feel like I need a cameraman for. I need someone else to give me some ideas as well. My acting skills would need to be way, way better as well. Like, there's so much to that. But yeah, there's something to it. Something to it. My haircuts are only 30 quid, which is in London these days pretty standard. Like, to be honest, when I heard 30 quids for haircuts before, I used to like side eye, like, what's going on here? Like, what kind of inflation is this? But I've just got used to it now. I used to be able to get my hair cut for £5 when I was a kid. £5. You needed a £5 note and you can get your hair cut. When you're a teenager, come with a £10 note, you can get your hair cut. Now it's £30, and it's like standard. It's just standard, you know. Now maybe it might be 20 for some, might be 25, might be 30, but for me, it's quality now. It's quality. And my guy, he knows what he's doing. And trust me, I've been to a lot of barbers, bro. I've been looking for barbers for a long time. And my barber's a Chelsea fan as well, which is even better. But half of the time, I do just sleep while he cuts my hair because I'm usually really tired. And to be fair to him, he does let me just sleep. He does let me just have a little doze off. I will wake up as he's doing important things like shape ups. But most of the time, I will just sleep. I try and keep my head still, but I do just sleep because I'm just tired, bro. I just see that as an opportunity for me to get a nap. It's an opportunity where I just get to rest. He gets to work, I get to rest. But I could go and get my haircut for 20 somewhere and it'd be a peak haircut. And then I got to take that to the camera. And that's not good. We don't want to take that to the camera. So I'd rather pay the extra 10 and not have a problem. So yeah. But it's not easy. $70 in Chicago. They're taking the piss. They're taking the piss. In America, it's 35, 40. Woo! Woo! That's crazy. That's crazy. That's wild. I wish my hair was longer so I could have an afro. I used to have an afro. I had an afro one time. But I don't think I don't know. I feel like hair has a cap off now. As you get older, there's a certain length that your hair can grow to and it can't get any longer than that. I don't know if that's just science or what's going on. But when you were younger, your hair could grow to any length. You know what I mean? Now it feels like there's a ceiling. There's a limit. We can't go any further than this. My hair's been like this for years. I haven't got, like, it doesn't get any higher than that. You went bald on camera. We're not fooled. You're not shy, bro. That was crazy. That was crazy. Going bald and then interviewing Gab Marcotti, which was a big deal and still is a big deal because Gab Marcotti is one of the best in the game. So is Julian Lawrence, and we had both of them on the channel. We had Julian Lawrence about 4 times, and they're still on there. Like, you can go back and see the playlist. But I've only interviewed Gab Marcotti once, and like, I watched Gab Marcotti and Julian Lawrence on ESPN when I was growing up. So interviewing him was a very big deal. But to interview him bald, that was fun. That was very fun. That was very fun. Yeah. That was mad. But yeah, we had some great interviews, man. On the road to 10K, we had some serious interviews. We had Peter Jury was incredible. Peter Jury is definitely one of my favorite interviews I've done. That was so good. I was just in awe because the guy is now talking to you. So he's giving you the same voice with the same lyrics, But now you're speaking to him, so it's just weird. It's very strange. But he's one hell of a storyteller. Could listen to that guy talk all day. All day. Unbelievable. Alexis Nunes was just jokes. Just banter the whole time. She's Jamaican. It was just funny. The whole thing was just a vibe. That was a great one as well. That was a great one. I need to go back into this bag of interviews. I think we haven't done an interview on the channel in a while. I used to do a lot of interviews. We haven't done one in a long time. Maybe I should. I don't know if you can do this, but what would you even say? What would you even say? I don't think you could flog that. When you say my beard connect, are you talking about my moustache come down here? Because if you are talking about that, then yeah, that doesn't join up. But it doesn't bother me. I don't mind the chin strap. Lewis Hamilton has a chin strap. He's doing okay in life. I don't mind having the chin strap. It's not ideal. I'd much rather have, all of this and then, yeah, that would be, that's the dream, isn't it? But no, not everybody can have that. Some people are bald and then they have that. So I'm not bald, so I have to give and take. Can't have everything in life. I'll take the chin strap. It's not for everyone, but it is what it is. Can't have it all. I've realized most people with a great beard don't have any hair on top of their head. And I don't want to be bald. Not now. So I'm happy with this. Not going to complain. Not going to complain. You have a better beard. My younger brother has a better beard, bruv. My younger brother has a better beard. We've got 3 minutes of injury time in the Bayern game. Musiala's just come off for Gnabry. Getting some minutes. That guy, I don't know if maybe he's just struggling with injuries, but Gnabry in the 2020 season, was it? COVID? That brother was a menace to society. What he was doing to clubs was nasty in the Champions League. Was it 2020? What he did to Tottenham? Was it that season or was it the season after? I can't remember. Tottenham, Arsenal, and Chelsea all held licks. No, not Arsenal, because they weren't there. Tottenham and Chelsea both held licks from Gnabry in some season. Can't remember if it was even the same season. But my days, he did a nastiness. He did a real nastiness. 1920, wasn't it? 7-2. Yeah, the Blamins were, yeah. the Blamins were insane. Gnabry and Bayern Munich coming to London. It was a long day. It was a long day. Honestly. Some of the scores, some of the things they did, it was wild. Real wild stuff. Real wild stuff. Yeah, I mean, listen, let's be honest. Turkish got one hell of a beard, hasn't he? One hell of a beard. But comes with a lot of maintenance. But yeah, everybody wants that beard. Everybody wants that beard. Because then you can pick and choose, you can shorten it, you can design it. It's nice, it's fun. I'll probably just ask the barber to do that too, to be honest. I wouldn't be asked. I'll probably just get the barber to do that as well. Gives you options. It's better to have the beard than to not. Because then you can decide if you want it or you don't. You can decide how long it is, what shape it is. If you don't have it, you can't do anything, So, Ipswich winner. Championship games again tonight. This is what I'm talking about. Championship, they don't rest. They do not rest. Championship is on every single day. Look, take a look. Championship tonight. Hull City versus Birmingham. Blackburn versus Millwall. Coventry versus Rotherham. Leeds versus Stoke. Ipswich versus Bristol City. And these guys have been playing since 7:45. Some 8 o'clock kickoff here. Sunderland, Leicester. They don't rest. These men don't rest. They do not rest. This is Champions League night. Why are these men even playing? It's crazy. Great save. I don't know why Real Sociedad are so aggressive. They're still trying to pop shots off and make the keeper Donnarumma make saves. Ipswich going up to second. Wow, that title race is crazy. It's between Leeds, Ipswich, and Leicester for the title. Donnarumma again. Oh, they've scored. Real Sociedad have scored. You know what? To be fair, Donnarumma really did try. He really tried. He was putting so many saves in. He was putting work in for this, but it's too much. You've asked too much of him. Too much of him, PSG. Save after save after save after save. At some point, there was going to be a consolation. There was going to be a consolation. Can't. And yeah, they tried to block it on the line, I think, in the end, was it? Yeah, but yeah, there's nothing you can do about that, I'm afraid. It is what it is. They probably, yeah, they definitely deserved the goal for their endeavor. It's true. They did. You're spot on. They deserve it. They've put the work in. Since the second goal, they've been putting on the pressure. They want to give something to the home fans. I hear it. I hear it. Yeah, so we got Ipswich, Leeds, and Leicester. 3-horse race, 2 positions, 6 points between them. Goal difference is all over the shop, but yeah, good stuff. Full-time whistle blows in Germany. Bayern Munich have won against Lazio comfortably. They will go into the quarterfinals of the Champions League. I don't think the draw has been done for that. I think the next draw will be quarterfinals and semi-finals back-to-back, so we'll be able to see the whole pathway to the final in London, Wembley Stadium. And yes, one of my Champions League teams have gone through, so I'm happy. The other Champions League team that I have this season are going to go through, so I'm happy. Good day. But do you know what? Credit to the Real Sociedad fans. If you watch them in that stadium right now, they are rocking, bouncing up and down, waving flags. They are serious support. I don't know. 3-1, 4-1 down on aggregate, and they're still bopping. So I guess they're just happy to be here, innit? Good stuff. They've definitely overachieved getting to this point. I can't remember the last time I saw Real Sociedad in a Champions League knockout. So yeah, man. Fair play. Fair play. Yeah. PSG and Bayern Munich are my teams. That's what we've decided tonight. Glad that we could all come to some sort of conclusion on that. Now we know what we're doing. Because, you know, I don't like going into competitions without agendas. I don't like going into competitions without knowing what I want and why I want it. So it's easier to cover it now. Because now we know what we're here for. We've got a purpose. We're not just here dilly-dallying like a donkey. Do you know what I'm saying? It's good. It's good to have this. Mbappe, hat-trick. Mbappe. Oh, he's sharing. Sharing is caring. Oh, save. Cleared off the line. Could have been 3-1 PSG. Wow. Could have been. You are a propaganda machine. I think I've actually been pretty chill on the propaganda in recent times. Actually, no, that's a lie. Pochettino, Lukaku, yeah, I've had some big ones. Don't do it as much on Twitter like I used to, though. Twitter used to be a big propaganda machine. I don't do it as much on Twitter anymore. I usually just go to Twitter to cuss. Nah, these lot think they can get me. These lot think they can get me. Oh, you follow that account. It's a YouTube channel. Some people are talking about Nagelsmann coming in. I don't know. Is it a good idea to bring in a manager and they're not ready for the start of preseason? That's my response. Because I was thinking that he rejected us last year, to my memory. Some people have said, no, we just took too long to give him an answer, and then he just walked off. Someone's clipped me on the Big Six. Who's clipped this? This is obviously Turkish. Turkish has definitely clipped this. Okay, no problem. Oh dear. Yeah, I saw. They're not gonna get me. I had words with their social media admins. I said to them, speak soon. I will have my revenge. It's fine. They're all Arsenal fans anyway, or one Palace fan. We'll all have my revenge. Yeah, let them drop their little clips. It's all good. Don't worry. I'll have the last laugh. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. It's not a problem. Someone saying, didn't we do that with Conte? Very different team. Very different team. Conte's team and our team now, in terms of no preseason, all that stuff. I don't know. I feel like these young boys, these young guys in this squad, this very tactically tapped team, need that preseason badly. But we'll see what happens. Don't think it will be him anyway, but it's an interesting conversation. Trippier's injured for 3 weeks. Where did that information come from? Right, let's just quickly go through all of these chats lastly before we wrap up. Someone said in the comments of the Big Six tweet, they were like, I feel so bad for Matisse, man. He seems so lost doing these random watch-alongs. I said, brother, this is Champions League. What do you mean random? And this is obviously an Arsenal fan because the whole world has to revolve around Arsenal. Listen, this is the Champions League. If you're not watching this, what are you doing? Seriously, as a football fan. If you're not watching the Champions League, what are you doing? I wasn't watching your game against Sheffield United. I was eating. I'm not going to talk about what I was eating because last time I said that, you man all paused away. But this is Champions League. Why would I not be watching this? Do you know what I mean? I think unless it's an Arsenal game, Arsenal fans are like, yeah, it's irrelevant, mate. No, this is Champions League. Fucking Mbappe is playing. Musiala is playing. Harry Kane is playing. Why would you not watch that? What are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Crazy. Been doing Champions League watch-alongs for years, bro. This is what we're doing. We watch the Champions League. We must. If anything, we don't watch enough, really. We need to watch European leagues more because we get linked with all their players and all their managers, and we don't watch enough of their games. But it's about time, isn't it? We don't have the time. That's the problem. It's always overlapping with other games, and yeah, it's just too much football. But Champions League, we will be there, 100%. This is the peak competition. This is the best competition in club football. If you're not watching it, then I don't know what you're doing. Right, we're gonna wrap up. Let's see what's going on. And it's good, even though tonight was confirmed and it's clear, you got to watch the knockout rounds. You don't want to just come in at semi-finals. No. Because this is where we gather all the information. This is where we gather all the intelligence. And we say, right, that's how they play. That's how they play. Now we put it together. We know what's going on. We don't want to just rock up in the semi-finals and start doing watch-alongs. That's lazy. We're here from the start. Here from the beginning. You must be there. Tomorrow we will be back. Real Madrid versus Copenhagen. Manchester City versus Copenhagen. Real Madrid versus RB Leipzig. That is going to be very predictable. But again, the stars are there. We must be there. And like I said, I want to make sure that these knockout rounds, I'm here for the second legs so I can have a bit of knowledge going into the next round, what I'm expecting from these teams. But I feel like all the big teams are going to go through this week for sure. We've got PSG, Bayern, no shocks tonight. Real Madrid, City, no shocks tomorrow. Napoli, Barca's close. PSV, Dortmund, don't care. Porto, Arsenal. Arsenal will go through, in my opinion, but if they don't, we will be there. And yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm probably missing one team, but hold that. All right, cool. Smash up the likes. Make sure you subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. I will see you guys tomorrow for All You Can Eat Chelsea at 11 o'clock with Eunice, Miz, and Baba, I believe. And then obviously tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, same time, watch along again. And then by Thursday morning, I hope to have the home podcast studio thing done with Lewis, hopefully. Bring that to you as well, hopefully, if it all goes well and all is confirmed. So yeah, until next time, big up your damn selves in a bit, people. Peace.